Yo, the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Smashcast Live or its affiliates.
Finally TV.
I struggle with addiction and alcoholism, so
This is an ugly nigga, bro.
How you feel your boy's soul got sucked, boss?
the podcast.
Creating the demise of humanity.
Booga booga doo, nigga.
It's hard work, man, like you said, but he says, good looks, my nigga. I'm like, nah, said, do me a favor, make sure you never call me that.
Trying to get serious. It's good.
You put your seed in my daughter's belly.
I figured you're running.
The fuck out of here, Jack!
Alright, the camera is
Got you. What's going on, y'all? It's your man Smash coming at you with another episode of Smashcast Live. We out here in West Bumblefuck. No,
This is actually Central Bumblefuck. Just,
you know what I'm saying?
we don't like them folks at West Bumblefuck.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Now we out here in Pleasant Valley, Civil Armory, out here in Pleasant Valley, right south of Poughkeepsie. We out here with the owner, Derek. Derek, what's your last name, boss? Wendoloski. When the hell do you hear that name? And then Rick.
For insurance reasons, you're not going to get my last name.
Yeah, we're just going to go with Rick.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to give you this.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep that open and unloaded.
Gotcha.
It's a good idea, right?
Gotcha.
Isaac, what are the two things that we never forget?
Mind your muzzle and something about your finger on the trigger.
Mind your muzzle, mind your finger.
Mind your finger, yeah.
Right.
Booger hook off the bang switch.
Yeah, bugger hook off the bang switch.
Oh my God.
We here,
Holy
you know what I'm
shit.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? So boom, we how do we get into this, man? How do we
Yo, you mind if I just ask you guys some questions first?
go on?
Yo,
Go
what,
ahead.
what if we just kind of like just get this out of the way?
Go ahead.
Just in case.
Facts. Talk to us.
Are either of you gentlemen under indictment or information in any court for a felony or any other crime for which a judge could imprison you for more than 1 year? Or are you a current member of the military who has been charged with violations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice and whose charges have been referred to in general court-martial?
Not at all.
No.
I kind of figured that one. That's good. Have you guys ever been convicted in any court, including military court, of a felony?
No.
Are you guys fugitives for justice? Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking lie.
We're cool.
He said we cool.
My wife is probably looking for me right now.
I know that'd be the first thing you guys would do. Are you guys unlawful users of or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any other controlled substance? Warning! The use or possession of marijuana, especially upon these premises,
Not at all, boy.
I'm an
remains unlawful under federal law.
I'm an ex-porn addict, so
Roger that.
Ex?
There's nothing to...
You're in recovery.
I never covered this. That's why we're here.
Have either of you ever been adjudicated to be mentally defective in any way?
No.
Especially you?
Well, I was in the short bus.
Right.
But besides that, yeah, I think I'm pretty smart. I got my high school diploma.
No, that's good.
Show
off. That's probably one of the questions here. Either of you have ever been discharged from the armed forces under dishonorable conditions? Are either of you subject to a court order restraining you from harassing, stalking, or threatening your child or intimate partner?
I ain't got kids.
Where are you getting these questions from, dog?
These
The
are
federal government, they know best.
These are the questions that people have to answer.
No, I don't have kids,
Yeah.
so no.
This is a federal background check form. This is a 4473. This gets submitted. We take your personal, and every time a firearm is purchased through a dealer, they got
Buy,
it.
sold, or traded. New York private sales, you need
Yeah.
these two now.
In New York, well, there are additional requirements for New York, but I mean, this is a federal form. You fill out the form. It gets submitted to the FBI. The check is upon you, and we see if you're good to go. But if you answer no to any of these, we're supposed to halt the transaction and not even proceed. They ask you if you're an alien legally here. They ask you if you're an alien illegally here. You sign and you date and you attest.
But just because you're an alien doesn't mean, like, say, like my wife is Polish, right? Like, she's straight up, like, green card, permanent resident. She can buy a gun. Like, they're not going to stop you, you know, but
As long as
they want to know, because then they need your U-PIN number or whatever the deal is.
Yep. As long as you're a legal alien.
Yeah. Okay. So we're here. All right. So yeah, guns.
Gun fast.
We had to. So yeah, just I mean, we agreed to do that before holding guns. But fuck it, you know what I mean? You know what is it? The law says you can't do it for handguns.
So you guys, what if I go the other way? What if I say, have you guys ever shot anything? What do you know about guns?
Besides shooting the BB,
Oh, man.
you know?
That's not a firearm. Stop.
You know?
Grow up. BB gun.
Why you think I'm here?
Everybody love a Red Ryder. Everybody need a Red Ryder.
Why do you think I'm here? I'm trying to.
So let's go. Okay, right quick. Quick backstory. We heard about y'all from John Carlos Tavares.
Had a good conversation.
Shouts out.
on one occasion.
Exactly.
Good conversation.
He pointed us in y'all direction. Now we weren't looking for guns, but he just said, like, just come on down, and we were like, all right, fair enough. Right? We came and visited. We had like a 2-hour, and then came back another day, had a 4-hour conversation, and then now we're here. So you know what? So we fuck with y'all. You guys are cool as shit, and you know you're smart guys. You're funny.
Uh-oh.
And
That's
we
a lot to stand up to. High expectations.
I ain't trying to jack you off. I'm just trying to be honest. So it's like, you know.
Mine's a silver.
So I just like, you know what I'm saying? I think because there's a lot going on right now with guns and everything.
Yeah.
Got a lot. I mean, you know, American history tied back to guns.
Absolutely.
So I just want to, you know, like.
We don't
sit
know
down and
shit
talk to
about
you.
guns. So talk to us about guns.
I play video games, so I know a little bit.
That's pretty much all you need. That's all right. Rat's a rap. He played video games. Call of Duty, probably, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Thank you all
All right,
very
wrap it
much.
up. Let's go.
You watch movies. Thanks for watching.
We out of here.
You know, it'd be like, what if? I mean, most of the time, when we find ourselves in these conversations that end up going all over the place.
Hold on, Deck. Listen, we're gonna get into it. If you soft and squishy, leave now.
Please.
Also, the guns, I know that with YouTube, they want to. All the firearms that we're going to touch have been safety cleared. Stop with the comments.
You know?
Fact.
Continue.
Yeah.
There are people. I mean, this industry sees every demographic. It's not like. I mean, one half of the United States, they have a clue when it comes to firearms, right? They were raised around them. They understand that they're tools. They're inanimate objects. They don't do anything on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And the other half of the United States, you know, I mean, everything they know is derived from Hollywood. I mean, they watch Law and Order. They watch movies. There's John Wick. And there's a lot of. I mean, these people think that shotguns make people fly in reverse. You know, they fly back. That the awesome power. If I got to listen to the likes of fucking, and I grew up with Pearl Jam, for fuck's sake, Alice in Chains, girl. But if I got to hear people like Eddie Vedder discuss the power of a gun and how a bullet will find its truth, and I gotta listen to this fucking shit.
Shut up!
anymore.
Don't any of you bullets trying to find any of us right now. Stay in the box.
Stay in the box.
You know, but firearms have been demonized in the eyes of one half of the United States. I mean, the other half, they understand that. You know, how often are legally owned guns used in crime? The answer is like just about never. That's the definition of the law abiding. They own them legally. No number of gun laws would ever, you know, are going to make the criminally minded like not criminally minded. That's the definition of a criminal, right? But anyway, so you got these two swirling demographics. You know, you've got one half, they got a good idea. I think the FBI, was it maybe 4 or 5 or 6 years, maybe 5, 6 years ago, something like that, by way of not uniform crime reports. Maybe it was a Department of DOJ thing, Department of Justice. More American households were housing firearms than not. They had reached.
Yeah, it was about like 60, 64, 65%.
Reaching that tipping point. So imagine all the households in the United States. More of them are housing firearms than not. When it comes to
Remember that when you want to do bad shit, kids.
Yeah, in a nation of 327 million or whatever, I think the number of individual owners was, I think we were somewhere surpassing 140, 150
Yeah,
now.
it's a significant
and over
portion
the
of
last
population.
3-4 years, it's exploded.
So most of the
culture-
population have guns in their cribs.
And
But here's
So
the,
what's the issue?
last thing, and when it comes to number of units, this be one unit. There are more guns than there are people in the United States. There are
Hands
more
down.
than 327 million individual units.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's a shitty year if a gun manufacturer only
You know.
sells like 6 million or 8 million units of a product. That's like a wash. It's a failure.
yeah. So the idea that
Maybe not that
there
much.
is this so there's a one-off in the news or something happens. Yeah, and this is not to belittle tragedy. This is not to beat on the idea that certain things could be done, right? To take care. But generally speaking, it's not even a blip on the radar. And there will be people that will say, well, isn't one too much?
There was a car
I don't
accident
know.
earlier today. Should we all not have...
I don't know how many pools there are in the United States. A child falls in a pool. Is that a tragedy?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Is that worthy of mandating that every pool in the United States gets sensors hooked up to it and all this shit? I'm going to go with
a
no.
kid
The
falling in the
liberty-minded
pool
guy
ain't that
says no.
But a kid falling in the pool isn't even that tragic.
Well, that's why you require a fence around the pool. I mean, it's
Well,
like...
now,
You said fall in the pool, not drown in the pool.
fair.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
He fell.
Yeah, he's got
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, the verbiage
Yeah.
is correct. No,
Yeah. No. So I mean, these are the
You watch Reacher yet?
the ideas
Richard?
that's
No.
Details matter.
I ain't on.
say he fell in the pool.
Because it's like,
I could go anywhere. I mean, I got lots of shit to say. Oh my god.
because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when again, I say when we
Yeah.
first came in here, I saw them 4 guns right there on that rack. I was like, oof. I had to step out for a second, you know what I'm saying? But my boy over here was like a fucking kid in the candy shop as he was today. So I'm sitting here like, people react differently. Now, I played my share of shooting games. I don't play Call of Duty, but like, I've shot.
I do. I'm kinda nice.
I've virtually shot guns before.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
There's no reset button in real life. See, my big thing, my only agreement with any of the bullshit about guns is that guns do have a dissociative property, which is kind of what makes them. It's a tool at the end of the day. Like, there's a hammer sitting right there too, and that hammer is not going to drive a damn nail unless somebody picks it up. You can leave that hammer there for 1,000 years next to a box of nails, and ain't shit going to happen to it. Okay, but a gun, like, if Ant was going to grab you and wring your neck, that's like real hands-on, like that's it, right? With a gun, it's so easy to just be like, oh, and that's it, man. You make some smoke and then fucking the deal is done. It's it. You can't take that shit back,
I
you know?
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
I could have sworn guns kill people. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I swear to God. Well, unless they have a bayonet lug on them. If they have a bayonet lug and a flash suppressor, then yes, they do kill people automatically.
I'd like.
Detachable magazines and an adjustable shoulder stock, very dangerous.
So when somebody comes in here,
Bullshit.
they tell you that when somebody comes in here, you hear that shit. It's like guns kill people. You throw
That's
that at
fucking
them,
ridiculous. It's a tool. It's that gun doesn't kill anybody any more than
tell
that
the
hammer
same
kills
person what
somebody
he's telling us.
or a knife kills somebody.
27,000, whatever, firearm, whatever, plus or minus.
That's a weak-minded
12
person's
year.
argument to blame something else.
Yeah.
You're taking the accountability off the person that actually committed the action, and you're trying to place it on a piece of metal.
Additionally, I believe wasn't it Sigmund Freud, a fear of inanimate objects, or to assign value, well, in that capacity.
Listen,
fear of inanimate
yeah.
objects signaling signs of emotional or sexual.
Hey, look, I get it. If you don't know
stunting
guns,
or development.
if you don't know guns out there, don't fuck with them. Don't play with
Learn
them.
like any tool.
Learn them.
7 1/4 circular saw.
There is a tremendous amount of well, the circular saw you cut your fingers off. You don't know what the hell you're doing with it. But I mean, that goes off and it puts a bullet through a wall. It kills somebody. Don't learn about them by all means, and don't think with all these new gun owners after all this pandemic bullshit and everything that they think this shit's a magic wand. They got a gun now.
They'll still have to
the
learn.
fucking Red Dawn comes in and fucking motherfuckers are parachuting down and they're gonna turn into fucking Charlie Bronson or John Wick or some shit because they got a fucking gun in their closet collecting dust. They never shot the shit. They don't know where the fucking bullets are for it, but you fucking wait. Then you put that fucking suit and tie on and shit. Be killing people with pencils. It's fucking. It's
super soldier mentality. That's
Yeah.
called. The idea that's that fucking Eddie Vedder shit. Or I keep bringing Eddie Vedder. I'm not quoting him directly, but it's his fucking cadre. The power of a gun. It's like this is Blue Gun, right? Totally inert. Here you go. All of a sudden, you're now all powerful. As if 99% of the equation isn't right. This is 1% of the equation.
Yes.
Everything else you do will matter so much more. But the power of a gun. They've got these fucking people believing this is an atomic weapon. This is something. This is not for the general public, especially these guys.
Which Civil Armory is looking to get licensed to sell atomic weapons.
Fuck out of
the future.
here.
It sounds like some hippie shit to me.
No, well, it's
There's a tremendous amount of power, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can fucking
What
hurt
the fuck are you
somebody.
saying? Here's where I'm going to jump
That's the
right
whole
fucking at you.
point.
What are you talking about? Tremendous amount of power. I'm trying to like one.
If you don't know,
Right, you go like this.
Shit. Oh.
Run! It's a That's not the- Yo, Benchmade, Griptilian. Come on, Benchmade, hit me.
It's a knife!
Yo, capable of doing what it was designed to do.
well, you're
Tremendous amount of cutting power.
You're also talking to somebody that believes that most people shouldn't have cars because they're incapable
you?
of driving. Oh God, fucking people are idiots.
There are people out there that actually say that shit. That he says that. I remember some hearing.
I'm being a bit facetious about it, but there's so many idiots.
He's right. He's right. No,
Like some lady totally cut me off on West Road, like fucking 100% ran a fucking red light today.
that shit exists though. People taking shit to an extreme out of some kind of
You should know how to learn any tool that you have. You should learn how to use it before you try to use it.
Thank God those people are in the hyper minority.
Yes, that is true.
Thank God those people are in the hyper
minority. I will concede that.
Right?
But I don't want to get anybody with that thing that they should be like, oh, well, it's just a gun, it's just a gun, it's a gun. Because if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you don't know how to safety check it, you don't know how to clear it, you don't know the status of the weapon, you don't know if it's
Agreed.
loaded.
I'm referring to at large combating the idea
No, it's a piece of
that
metal.
the anti-inanimate object crowd uses to disarm a population is they convince the crowd that this is way more powerful of an item than it is. While at this fucking same time, my point was even a Benchmade. You need to take care. Have you ever sliced the shit out of your hand as a Boy Scout or whatever? My point.
Wait, what's his name?
That right there, last time I sharpened my knife, I went to clean the blade
around
off.
with knives.
Yeah, I went to clean the blade
got
off
a
and I
hole.
zipped my finger. Still got that shirt on, just fortunately, that was not planned.
Both sides. There will be a hyper minority and a hyper minority that they need additional care. If you know yourself the type of the type of person to always be bumping into shit. You know those guys on job sites, they cut themselves, they walk into shit. If you're that person, you should take care whilst driving. You should take care whilst cutting your steak. You should most certainly take care whilst using a firearm. But thank God the majority of the majority of people are not necessarily those bumblefuck people that end up in 3, 4, 5 fucking accidents a year. Those people, you're right. They need to calm it the fuck down a little bit and perhaps take some more care. You know them. They walk. Those people that bump into you, that bump into the side. Oh, I got caught. Huh? They didn't even know. They bump into so much shit they didn't even know. They're fucking bleeding. Yes, those people need to take care. But it also needs to be I don't say desensitized. This is not an atomic warhead. This is not a fucking destructive device. This is not a grenade.
Even if it was a fucking grenade or an atomic warhead, it's not going to do anything without user input.
In the end, inanimate objects. They are inanimate objects.
They don't have a will of their own to do anything, to think or do or want. They have no desire or anything else like that. They just sit there until somebody touches it, and then you could operate it or but they're not going to look. They're still sitting there. Not one of them has moved.
Then right quick, let's get into it. Gun safety.
Gun safety.
Because before we get into demographic and race, and that whole shit.
Holy crap.
Hold on.
Yep.
Lead
the way.
Let's take that step.
Lead the way.
All right. Gun safety.
Gun
all right?
safety.
Every time that we pick one of those motherfuckers up, we can't point it at somebody. Got to make sure every one of these is empty, clean, making sure. How does that whole process start? And then when you put it into one of our I would call me Isaac and Anastasia civilians. Right?
Let's not do that.
All right.
Unless you're active, civilian.
I'm not active duty. I ain't
Well,
never
then we're
we're
all citizens of the United States.
All right.
You can say residents.
Another person.
All right.
Residents?
The guy that doesn't know anything about guns yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you start off that way?
How do you give it to somebody who's on the other side of the counter?
Clear.
Normally people would come in.
Way to knock the place apart,
Normally
Isaac.
people would come in and they'd
Put
say
that on his tab.
absolutely fresh to it all. They walk around and they're just sort of. And
Yeah, they can't believe it. They're shocked.
Well, you know when you see them, they walk around. They've got a little
trepidatious. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out where to start. Maybe they never pick something up. A first firearm, and what inevitably the first question, they and people when they feel to articulate it, yeah, you be tender, you be delicate. It's just informing the public, right? Believers in the cause. I normally go. I say something like, if we were leaving on a spaceship and we could only take one type of firearm with us, most likely would be a shotgun. Shotgun is the most versatile of instruments. You can shoot a single projectile, one single projectile, a slug, right? Big hulking, and that take down wild game, or you can shoot multiple projectiles and any number of patterns in between. So as far as versatility, shotgun.
I mean,
hard to
honestly,
beat.
you could shoot anything out of a shotgun as long as it's in the shell.
Well,
Correct.
There's certain like things that like if you have like a full choke, like there's different constrictions of the choke
Right.
on the tube. So generally, out of like a full choke or really like anything more than a modified, you really don't want to shoot like heavy buck, like 00 buck that you hear on TV or slugs. Generally, will it clear the
know
barrel?
fucking chokes,
Yeah,
man.
it'll. Well,
I've
sorry.
seen people. I've seen
They're like
people.
modified, improved, modified, full. They don't know that
Full
shit.
disclosure, I'm a
That's why
firearm service technician, so I kind of get into the weeds
that's
with
why
this
I go
shit a
like
little
this.
bit.
Single projectile, multiple projectiles, or various patterns in between, depending on how big of a pattern you need out at your desired range.
I've
It's
seen
that simple.
someone shoot glass out of a shell.
Yeah.
Glass
Oh, okay.
wire.
Tay Flattermouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you watching Tay Flattermouse on?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Even Legos, man. Even Legos. That's crazy. Facts. I think people shooting Legos out of
I watch a lot of gun tubers, so.
You know?
First thing you do, I mean, you express that firearms are nothing more than tools. You've walked into the Home Depot or Lowe's, and you're shopping for a tool. The first thing you do is what's the job? And there are, I mean, again, the believer in the cause. There are many viable jobs to be done.
Protect myself.
Well, some will say Some will say house, home,
Constitutional
family.
right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And
It's a completely
God-given, unalienable.
Yeah.
Some will say defense, for purposes of defense. Some will say for sport, various types of sport shooting. I mean, hey, if you guys think it's easy, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna whip the fucking shit out of both of you. I'll have you. Just because you hand someone a gun was my point earlier. Just because I would argue that within this proximity, that this is actually. This tool is more dangerous than a handgun. Why? I can pick this up and I'm affecting the whole of a circumference, right? Non-stop. There goes the blade. I'm affecting anything I can get to right now. I'm affecting all of it. A firearm. The geometry is point to point, meaning if I to make this point here, ready? I'm not hitting it. I'm not hitting anything. Not hitting anything. I start to hit something. I'm not hitting anything. I'm not hitting anything. Not hitting anything. Not hit. Right? Start. So back to that. The tool. It's about the right tool for the right job. You got competition. You got guys that are trying to haul ass for time.
But you're not bringing a knife to a gunfight.
I bring both.
Exactly.
I mean, like.
You know what I mean?
As a general rule of thumb, no, you should not bring a knife to a
You know what I
gunfight.
mean?
There's a reason that's been around. That saying's been around for a long time for a reason.
Sometimes all you need is a good rock.
Oh yeah.
What are you,
yeah,
David?
yeah.
Yo, a man.
A swing?
A man with a
He just grabbed that moment. Bang! Right there.
right
No.
sock full of quarters.
That's what Kane did to Abel, I think.
Sock full of quarters.
I think they were at the billiard hall together and he put a pool ball in his sock and beat the shit out of him with it, I believe. If I forget that chapter.
Stick a cue in his ass.
I think it's on page 36.
Sporting handgun, sporting rifle, sporting shotgun,
That's just a lot
defensive,
of
hunting, large game. There are guys that are going, elk and they're going all over the world, and they need a particular. If you got some Cape Horn buffalo Black Death bearing down on you, it's what a dumpster, a couple dump. You want to make sure your gun works, dude, because if it don't work, you are about to get mauled over.
They won't, like safari, like dangerous game safaris. They have minimum caliber requirements. Like you can't take like your granddaddy's 30-06. They don't. They're not enough. They won't let you take it. I mean, back in the day, 200 years ago, not really, but like 100 years ago, all right, fine, but now, nope. You have to have like a recognized safari caliber because they don't want any kind of bullshit going down. They want a clean, ethical kill in the animal and stuff like that. I mean, it's like tool for a job, Like, you could shoot an elk with an AR-15. Not really advisable because and I'm a hunter. From a hunting perspective, you're looking for the quickest, cleanest, safest, most ethical kill. You
want
just
lights
want that
out.
Like a rifle.
You don't want to wound an animal
and have it run
within the
away.
room.
You don't want it suffering needlessly. You're trying to turn its lights out quick.
Right. Ethical.
Some motherfuckers enjoy the suffering.
Well, they're sick motherfuckers. That's the problem with them. It doesn't matter. That
You don't really. I'll be honest with you. You don't
fucking imposing suffering on any fucking,
don't really-
especially animals. That's fucking. That's really against the grain with
I don't
me,
think
man.
I've
I don't
ever
like that shit.
perceived that in this place since 2000.
Oh no, most hunters are like people think like again, regular run of the mill hunter, upstate New York, Copenhagen in my back pocket kind of shit, right? Mm-hmm. No, absolutely not. Like everybody's like,
you should have a little. If you like this,
that's unless you light your face on fire.
No, I'm good. I'm fucking.
I remember the first time
everybody looks at me and they're like, "Oh, fucking redneck," and they don't give a shit and blah 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 blah. No, like 99.999% of conservationists, we don't want to go out and burn fucking tires and shit. We love the natural world. We want fucking everybody to fuck off of it. Get away from it. Leave it alone. Don't throw shit in the creeks, streams, and rivers and shit. Like we're environmentalists, like to the umpteenth degree, man.
Hunters have been referred to as the custodians of the environment. No one more in tune with nature. You
if I'm sitting in a tree waiting for a deer for freaking 8 hours, I don't want to be looking at a Pepsi bottle somewhere in the woods. It ruins the whole thing. It's wrong.
Someone at a Whole Foods. What was on 14th Street? Was that Whole Foods or like Trader Joe's or whatever the hell? And the joke about that person telling someone like you where food comes from.
Yeah,
and
how it comes from my freezer. That's why fucking people are like, deer. This is organic beef. Organic. The fucking deer that's in my freezer, it only ever saw one person, and I shot it. It came into contact with one fucking human being, and I killed it.
Anyway, sporting.
That's fucking organic as shit gets.
All right, let's fucking focus.
That shit pisses me off.
I can talk about that too. No.
This is 6 hours, dude. 6 hours. We could 6 hour it if you want.
We gotta get into the gun safety before we can get into that funny shit.
All right.
I'm serious because listen, because somebody comes in like I said, they on the other side of the counter like how we are right now.
Yes.
You got that motherfucker right here. I'm looking at a Tommy gun and an elephant killer dead in the face.
Well, they ain't gonna be looking at this though.
I mean, I don't know.
They're not really gonna be looking like that.
Have you named it yet?
Huh?
Tommy.
You're gonna call him Tommy? I want to see this. He's gonna be like, come here,
Thomasina.
Tom.
You see, that's my Tom.
All right.
Tom.
I mean, you would hone in on the job. You'd say, what do you need it for? You'd figure out.
Oh no, safety clearing it. Say if you were going to show Isaac a gun.
Fuck up for a minute. Hold on a second.
Ask the question.
No, I know. I'm trying to make my way to the safety concept.
Making his way downtown.
Well,
shooting
it
fast.
Can
I do this?
Fuck this. Yeah, smoke it. Do it.
Guys,
you know what?
Is this going to bug your shit up if I burn the smoke?
No. Listen, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Good enough for me.
I mean, I don't know about these two.
No, yeah. No, I just don't blow it in my face. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys vape?
So
no, I smoke.
All right.
Yeah,
No, you don't.
don't manhandle what these guys are doing, man. you hone in on a tool. You get the person kind of you get them to articulate what they want, what they need it for. You suggest a tool set, and then within that tool set, because firearms are different, there are different intricacies here, there, safeties, switches, selector switches. It's not that complicated, but there are some differences. And someone says, I'm looking for a defensive gun, something like this, and you end up picking up something like this. You end up showing them from the beginning something like this. I'm giving you a dry run as if you guys you're asking about, I want a gun for my house and my home, and because I'm a fucking American and I'm supposed to own guns, right? And you show them, you start off, you say this gun is clearly unloaded. Basically, this is referred to as the action of the gun. You got different types of actions.
Bolt action, different.
Yeah, you could have a bolt operated action, right? A bolt action. You could have a pump action, right? You could have a semi-automatic where you would charge it once, and every pull of the trigger it would cycle the action. So in this case, this is a pump action. This is about as reliable as this is gonna come. Rick, don't be fucking things up.
No, just to demonstrate another action.
Oh, Jesus.
You mind if we grab one too?
Oh my God, let's all just grab guns.
Here we go.
This is impossible.
Yes.
No, because you're discussing the different actions.
He wants to make his way to a safety concept.
No, I do.
Yeah? Or you want to look at all the guns in the fucking shop right now? Rick, shut the fuck up.
We could do all that.
That's his man, not mine.
My feelings.
Is that
Mind your muzzle, mind your... We haven't even got to the safety thing. Guys, this is getting bad now.
Gotcha.
Stow these fucking weapons. You shut the fuck up. I'm the commandeer in this fucking situation. Just shut the fuck up for now. Keep your finger off the fucking... Right? Fucking bullshit.
Multiple different kinds of actions.
Just sit there. God damn horrible jackass. I'm trying to save him.
No. Do your thing, boss.
Holy shit.
This is your thing. Do your thing.
I know everybody get excited.
Do your thing, boss.
I would hate to express the wrong. I would hate to broadcast the wrong persona when it comes to this. The truth is, I've talked to you guys a couple times now.
Right.
Out in the parking lot, some creative cats. I'm all about it. That baboon, ape, soup, lizard, fucking thing. I fucking laugh. But there's a little difference here where, like, we've been kind of interacting on a little tighter level versus someone that's coming in with honest, true blue questions, and we don't complicate them. We don't complicate
Different
it.
actions. Different ways to clear them.
I don't need 19 guns to discuss different actions. I can use one gun to describe it. And ultimately, I mean, you could say there are 13, 14, 15, whatever the NRA has, and respectfully to the NRA, there's so many safety rules and safe storage and lockup, right, and all these different things. In the end, I would contend, when it comes comes to your purposes, there are two things that you have to keep in mind in order to avert catastrophe, right? This is your barrel. The end of your barrel is your muzzle. We call that, we would say, mind your muzzle. We pretend that we act as if this clearly unloaded gun is loaded all the time, no matter what. And we don't ever point a gun at anything we're not willing to destroy. That includes the cat. That includes your girl. That right? That's anything. There's a death ray. We pretend there's a death ray coming out of this thing the whole time. And the other thing is you learn to mind your finger. You're never going to the trigger unless you are actually on target and you intend to pull the fucking trigger. You mind your muzzle. You mind your finger. With a handgun, barrels are shorter, so that concept gets it gets amplified.
It's very easy to
the
flex
volatility of that concept gets it's easier to inadvertently sweep what you don't mean to with a handgun. So when dealing with your handgun, everything you do, you have to be tight in everything you do. scenario one, someone out at the range. Now, I know I've moved from this to a handgun, but the concepts are continuous. Mind your muzzle, mind your finger, right? I'll be asking you that 9 times before you leave, by the way. Scenario one, someone's doing amazing things with their finger, but they're getting loose with their muzzle. You'll see people that'll just, I don't know if that gun's loaded. I don't know if that gun's unloaded, and there are people that'll, don't worry, it's unloaded. Professionals don't fuck around with that. Professionals don't fuck around with this knife in particular ways, because fucking around leads to something bad. And on the other side, someone is doing amazing things with their muzzle, but they've fallen to shit with their finger, and the worst thing that'll happen, should be embarrassing, they end up putting a round in the dirt, they look around and they feel like an asshole. So
that's enough to get kicked off some ranges.
The point is, both of those things both of those rules have to be violated in order for catastrophe to happen. Those are 2 rules we do not fuck around with. Especially if you end up training some more. You train harder, faster, speed. You start putting that under load. There is zero room for error. There is a mental disciplining that takes place. Thomas Jefferson, right? They had their
never met him.
Their lacrosses and basketballs of the day. He recommended firearms because not only is there a physical component to it, but there's a mental disciplining. You're dealing with an instrument that is capable. And then I'd go over how, the function of any given tool, So first you stress mind your muzzle, mind your finger. Most people right out of the gate, 98% of them, 97% of them right out of the gate, and you just keep, you just correct them along the way. Just grab that finger. Yep. I've bitten people I don't know. You want to make a point? You bite their finger when they do it. I can tell you
Derek gets comfortable with people quickly.
Yeah, I'm like, you mean literally?
No.
Well, not drawing blood. But he'll give it a little love nipple.
You guys ever lift athlete type, right?
Yeah.
So there's Rick. He's doing a pull-up. Right, he's doing a pull-up and he's pulling up and he's putting and he gets to that point of failure. Rick cannot go any more.
That would be on. Right?
You'll see trainers that are touching and what they're doing.
Lower.
What they're doing.
Chill.
The nervous system. When you touch a muscle set, you're kind of hardwiring it. I can say something to you, but if I say it to you and touch you at the same time, that's like hardwiring.
Right.
You fuck around with that finger of yours, and I bite the shit out. I see you fuck around with it, and I bite the shit out of your finger, and then I look you in your face. Mm-hmm. I've had people come back years later and say, not once ever in the whole of my life did I ever mess that up. The dude, 247 pound, 6'2" dude, bit my fucking finger, looked in my face. That was within the first 2 years of us opening. Scotty,
it's a kind of thing you remember.
Yeah, but it matters. There's a level of sincerity. You can have fun, right, on the range. You'll hear all sorts of shit talk. You'll hear all sorts of play. Guys talking to their guns. Tommy.
It's a Tommy.
See, that's a natural and wholesome reaction to have to that particular firearm.
But there is an understanding. Mm-hmm. This demographic, I would contend. Let's see, for this half of the United States, ready for this one? I'm going to put some hypotheses out there. Mm-hmm. We get less speeding tickets.
But you mean as gun owners?
I'm saying as the independence-minded crowd.
Yeah.
Some people. I guess what I'm saying is there's a level of confidence. If you guys were to come out, you guys want to come out? We'll start with a little bit of shotgun.
Yeah.
You take them to the range. You watch how all of a sudden, this guy right here.
I've taken so many.
He
of my
wouldn't
friends.
necessarily be pointing at the camera. Like he'd be like this. No, I just shot this fucking thing. This is not. He'd be more. You watch how all of a sudden the professional will be showing up in him, where now he's. I don't need to be all yeah with it. I know what the fuck this is. All of a sudden, right? There's an element of play still in their mind until they actually get to shoot. That's why kids, when they get to shoot younger, they recognize the sincerity of the instrument. That's why
kids that shoot at starting at age 4, at like 4. But anyway,
I wish I was one of those people. Shooting at 4 years old.
Yeah, you're teaching them the basics. I mean, they make smaller guns for smaller statured shooters for kids and stuff. It should be done in a very regulated and supervised manner. I mean, it's like you don't just you don't just grab a Tommy gun and freaking give it to your 4-year-old and you're like, hey, have fun.
I don't even think a 4-year-old could be able to lift this thing up.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's you start instilling it, and, all the rules and regulations, and then it's used as a tool for. For a good portion of the population, that's what it is. Because, man, that shit's a lot faster than a fucking leg trap or some shit to get some food in your belly if you're hungry. Yeah. There ain't no fucking, That's what the kids call cat's pajamas.
So speaking of
not that in particular tool in particular.
So I'm gonna see Sonny with this one.
The mentality. So
where's Sonny at?
Going into the mentality aspect, you said when we were last here, 2 things. One, what is it? There was $60 sitting right in front of me, bro. Literally 3 20s, bro. And I said, like, yo, what would happen if I fucking took this 20? If I took that 60 right then and there, bro?
No, I felt
You wasn't there for that. You wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck are you gonna do? What the fuck are you gonna do? If I take that 60 right here, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
and then he said, go on and take it. He said, go on and take it.
He said,
bro.
there's about, he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in here that's concealed holding.
Yeah, but the thing is, nobody's gonna do shit about the $60 because it's not. It's
not worth it.
When you have a what's it called?
Call the sheriff.
When you're carrying,
call your local sheriff.
Your biggest objective is to not get into some shit.
Facts.
Go here.
That's not a sword. That's a shield. Right?
Yeah.
That's in case shit goes absolutely tits up sideways. You got that backup.
Right.
But when you're carrying, like, I mean, I have a carry permit, but I never really carry a gun. But you're always kind of aware of a situation, and if you see something going sideways, you're like,
oh yeah, keeping the peace.
Well, you don't want to get mixed up.
We're gonna get there. Yo,
you don't want to get mixed up in all that shit for a TV for $60.
No.
Take my fucking wallet. Those cards are going to be canceled off of my telephone if you don't steal that, and if not, I'm not going to be responsible for shit. It doesn't matter. Have it if that's what you're looking for. It ain't worth you at the end of the day. Say you roll up on me and you try to fucking rob me for something. It's not worth me taking you out. To me, any of that stuff. Your life is worth more to me than the $60 in my wallet. Honestly.
Hey, listen.
Now you draw down on me.
But if you're gonna put, there we go. We go.
You put me in an immediate danger, and my family in immediate danger. Now you're talking about a whole different thing.
There we go.
Because now it's like maybe I want more than this dude's $60. Maybe I want his life, and then you're that now without a fight.
You see, but this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna put a motherfucker down if you're gonna pull up and.
Nah, you can't be doing that shit, dude. Because that's the fucking.
And if he goes to my crib,
let him articulate.
To my crib? If he goes to my crib, you telling me I don't have any right to put that man on his ass?
I heard in the state
on his back. My back.
I heard in the state of New York. What is it? I was talking with the sheriff one time at the police station, and he said that Bro said that in the state of New York, if somebody was to come into your home, do a home invasion, and they were coming for, like, let's say the TV or the computer, they say you gotta let him take that. But if he's here for you, coming for your family, on some Fatal Attraction type shit, you have the right to
That's a loophole. You can have a loophole to that. He went in my fucking crib, son.
The regular thinking is to like, yo, you went into my house, bro. That shit, you're done.
You're done. You're done now. You didn't even knock on the door.
How about this? And I'm not your lawyer. And I'm not giving you legal advice.
Facts.
Okay. If to expound upon certain ideas. Generally speaking, and my best of understandings. That's all. Just my best of understanding. Yeah. New York maintains this. Each state has its own like legal persona. New York State generally, most generally speaking, is you'll hear the phrase state of retreat. New York, if you have the opportunity, right? If you have the opportunity to pull yourself out of a situation, the legal persona of New York promotes such an idea. We're a state of retreat. If you can back away in your life, or the lives of your loved ones, your family, friend, right? If life is not being threatened, you back that ass up. You back it away. Yo, listen, if shit get crazy, you gotta call the cop. You call the cops.
If someone pulls up in my crib, man,
we need to define pull up.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. If you do that shit, you are gonna say some dumb shit that's gonna end up putting you in jail, right? Number two, if you somehow manage, you're number one. Even in a self-defense shooting, right? You are probably going to jail.
No.
For a little while.
No.
You're going to get taken into custody.
No.
You don't. This shit ain't the fucking Wild West. You don't just be like, bah, 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 and the cops like, "Oh, good job, son. You're a deputy now," or some shit. You're gonna get hooked up. You're gonna get a shitload of questions. You're gonna have to lawyer up. You're gonna have to spend money on lawyers. It's gonna be a huge pain in the ass. For what? For your TV? A TV is $150 at Walmart. Take the fucking thing.
This is. How about?
Don't you? But wouldn't you feel like you're in danger? Whoever pulls up in your crib, regardless, sneaky or not.
Yo, you need to define what pull up means.
If I were,
you get what I'm saying?
If I were to come to your house,
picture some fucking Friday shit.
This is how I feel.
Right? What do you mean by pull up?
Somebody could come to my place. Shit. All sneak like it could be stealthily. It could be boom. I'm already gonna. You feel me? If I even found the stealthy dude that came in my crib, I'm already thinking danger, and I'm gonna have something on him like you got to move. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody that's kicking the door, hey, you gotta go. You gonna have to go, son. I'll take the time. It is what it is.
If I got what I got. Let me look. There are situations that threaten life.
And like coming in someone's house that ain't theirs.
Some states in America, that's good to go, but not necessarily.
We're not gonna.
Looks like I gotta move.
Always a bad decision, though.
I'm not gonna play lawyer here in this conversation. I'm just. I would put to these guys what I would put to anyone. Some situations are fucking deadly. Mm-hmm. Deal with it. Mm-hmm. Deal with it. You have a right to protect your life until the end. Mm-hmm. Fact, right? Mm-hmm. Some situations, they're not deadly, and if it's a close call, what do you say to someone? You'll hear expressions like, "Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6," or if it comes to you and them, if it comes, send flowers. But that's for each person to decide within that situation. New York is a state of retreat. New York, what that means is you get the opportunity to back away, you back away. I normally give this scenario in stages, right? Someone's on your property and they're yelling out the window, "Hey, you fuck, what are you doing? You fucking
That's how most people
get a
say hello to
haircut." Call the cops. What's the problem? You're outside. Keep an eye on this.
Who's gonna shoot somebody that's doing that?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna keep bringing it in now, right? So this guy's yelling. You call the cops. You wait. Nothing says you can't be on the ready. All of a sudden, and Ant goes out and he goes into his closet and he comes back and he just goes like this. And he's out there and he's still yelling. And you wait for the sheriffs. You pay attention. I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not your lawyer. You pay attention. The sheriffs don't come. Now he comes to the door and he's beating the shit out of your front door. Now it's getting a little bit,
he's getting a little dicey.
He's going like this. He's going like this now. I don't know, and he's paying attention. He's monitoring his property, your property. Your bread that you've made for yourself, your property. You have a right to protect that ultimately too. Watch out in New York, because New York, we might as well be in Berlin. Very progressive state, very democratically held, collectives socialized, and it's not a very, not the greatest state for individual liberties, if you get what I'm saying, by way of legal persona.
How's that working out for you in New York City?
Yeah. And now you're paying attention. And now he kicks the fucking door open. And now he's swearing and he's cursing at you. And you know what? You're giving him plenty of opportunity. Cops are en route. Maybe 911 is on the line right now. You already called him. You threw it on speaker. And what do they hear you? They hear you being as reasonable a man as you can. There are only two ways to deal with a human being. There is reason and there is force, right? We'll touch on that again later and how it applies to, equal distribution of arms and all of that. But you're being as reasonable a man as possible. And it should be in the back of your head that you most very well likely will have to explain what you were thinking and everything. Generally speaking, I mean, the last time, well, anyway, I'm gonna get into that. But he's yelling, he's cursing, and he's swearing. He's not necessarily presenting. He's not necessarily presenting. I don't know. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm trying to actually put yourself there. There will be people out there that's saying, "Oh, look at this guy, and he's giving him advice, and he's holding a gun." I'm just trying to say, put yourself in if you've ever been in a situation where things are quickly deteriorating. There have been 2 or 3 situations here, but it really didn't involve people who were here to actually do business. They were rando one-offs, like, anyway, yeah. Anyway, so, I don't know. Give them room. You see no weapon, I guarantee that the farther into your home you let them, and you keep a sharp whatever, if someone has chased you back to your bedroom, bedroom, I don't know.
You're hiding in your sock drawer.
I don't know if any jury would expect someone to evacuate a second-story window out of their own home. I don't know if there's ever been a conviction to that.
Probably
to that point.
You could find you could find a plus and a minus for any eventuality.
Not giving you legal advice, but generally speaking, be the reasonable man that you are. The day you decide to actually carry a gun, whatever, it makes you this guy. Yeah, I don't care.
Keep the peace.
That's I'm gonna make a shirt.
Facts.
I'm gonna make a shirt.
Carry the peace to keep the peace.
No, it makes you this guy. Yeah, I get it. My girlfriend's she's fat.
That's why
my mom's a slut. Yeah. You go like this. Yeah. But if you think that you're going to trail me, follow me, and endanger me, and threaten my life, and bring me all the way back to my hole and my home, no.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. I mean, I've been in 1 or 2 situations I've had my permit for 20 years, better than 20 years, and in that 20 years, I've only ever been in a situation where I was glad that I had my gun on me 2 times, and both times, when you think that number one, you don't draw, when that thing comes out, the discussion time is at an end. There's none of this talking. No. But you're just like, oh shit. And if your heart's going a fucking million miles an hour because you're like, holy fuck, I might have to like really make like a serious fucking decision. Not just life or death for me or him, but the implications, the ramifications, the responsibilities, the explanations, the shit that goes into it. It's fucking heavy, man. And you're just like, oh fuck. Oh please just fuck off. Please get me the fuck out of this without having to hurt anybody. Please, for the love of God.
It makes you the non-confrontational.
And thank God it was resolved that way. It was like, all right, never had to fucking take my hand out of my pocket or nothing, but...
But, the best an unarmed man can do is only flee from evil when it presents itself, right?
I got a bad knee.
And we probably both.
I don't know if the camera can pick this up. I ain't really designed for track team.
So it's hey, you're carrying a gun. What are you afraid of?
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, no, you don't carry a gun because you're looking, right? You're looking for it. No, you carry a gun because you don't want to be bothered with it.
Right.
See what I mean?
Yeah. No, you don't want no problems.
Yeah. Keep the peace.
I told you about that time I was riding from Manhattan, and I was talking with this lady about the gun situation, and she was saying like, people have guns, and when people have guns, they respect their space, other people's space, and I said no, it's fear. You don't want to fuck with somebody, you don't want to get shot, and she was adamant because she was like, no. it's respect. I'm like, I don't respect the shit. I don't want to get shot. So it's like, you know.
But is
I mean, I guess it could be a
hold on. But are
deterrent.
you implying?
Depends on the person.
Are you implying that without the gun you would have?
I would have.
You would have whatever. You would have assaulted. You would have invaded. You would. So fear isn't so much a thing. You know what's funny is, and if you talk to law enforcement, think about it. Look at a guy signs up. A guy wants to. You guys want to get pistol permits. You actively get the application and you fill it out. And character references. People who will attest to your good moral character. These are good dudes. They do the thing. You go right. The process, interview process, and by interview they just want to make sure you're not batshit nuts. Not great, right? And you get the permit. And you go through all the work, and now you have that. You stepped forward. You're
a card-carrying good guy.
Right, card-carrying member of the Republic. We would. Anyway, you did Prince
For the Republic.
and a photo, and there you are, and you guys stepped up to do it legally. That's why, you know, how often legal guns are used in crime is like never, ever.
They might be stolen from somebody that owns them legally.
Yeah. But that goes to what were you saying? You were saying. You were saying that
If two people,
fear.
It's
fear and
not
respect.
It's not respect.
So now we get to a roadside stop, and you get pulled over, right? And you'll notice there's a license, and then there's a pistol license, and all of that. You'll notice how boundaries are firmed up. Let me try something for a second. Back to the humans. By way of reason or by way of force, right? You can impose your will upon someone by way of force. I'm carrying a gun. You carrying a gun?
No.
Carrying a gun? No? Yeah? Who the fuck do you think's in charge here?
Me. Am I right?
No, absolutely
Damn it.
not. Never, ever.
This is why I didn't do good in school, Mister. I got my diploma showing off.
My point is, I'm in a position to employ the use of force against you guys. Some will say, "Well, I don't care." That's fine. You could be dead and not care. You won't be any bother to me if you're dead and you don't care. Right? Get what I'm saying? I can employ the use of force.
He can impose his will on us.
If I take this inanimate
These are my
object
rights.
and I put this inanimate object on every single hip in this room, it's more beneficial to this sect of humanity if we be reasonable people. Fear? No, it's just that all of a sudden the rabbits have teeth and the fox has to kind of go. Well,
It's more of being smart.
Well,
in a way.
Well, I mean, there is a deterrent. Like, you go to Montana, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's meth capital. Sorry to all our Montana friends. But it's like, but when everybody's carrying a gun, what are you going to do? Be like, stick them up. You're going to be like, no.
and be like, and that's the end of that. An armed society is a polite society, is what that woman
I
was
need
saying.
an ambulance for you.
An armed society is, more just society.
Right. Well, you got to think about it. At that time, I want to say 1920, right? So
Different mindset.
right. So
Different
I'm
mindset.
not like I see. I'm going off of the shit that I hear constantly. And, you know, people our age, all we hear is, you know what I'm saying, like after Trump and everything like that. You just hear
Bigly.
Democrats, bigot, this and that and this. Everybody's fighting, eating each other. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Joker shit.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? These civilized people,
Agreed.
they'll eat each other. That's what was going on.
Civilized people eating them. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
But it's like, but I'm saying is, you know, a guy like me, I'm a nice fucking guy. You know, I go out of my way to not be hated, to be liked.
Sure.
I'm not gonna get a gun just for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting a gun, that's because some bullshit was going on.
There's so much fun you can have with a gun, like target shooting, sporting clays is like golf.
But that's what I'm saying. So when I have a conversation with somebody who, like this woman, who I believe has a gun, just from how she's conversing with me.
Sure.
I'm gonna look at it like, what the fuck you talking about? Not to say like I know that guns. Obviously, I know because I'm older that gun is a tool. But still, at the end of the day, it's like, wait a minute, this shit can kill somebody. So it's like that's where my mindset.
No more than your
People
than
could
your, than
kill
your Cadillac.
Right.
People
No more
kill
than
people.
my Jeep.
got a Cadillac.
What if I were to
This hammer could
what if
kill
I were to
somebody.
make- What if I were to make
Like, you
the
can totally
argument?
kill somebody with that hammer.
Yeah, I can break this shit right now. Grab one of these guns and fuck.
You
that.
give it a go.
All right.
What are you, Bruce? No. This is my favorite hammer. 22 ounce S swing.
It's a little.
But that hammer could kill somebody.
Generally speaking, you don't need to You don't need the waffle. You don't need to do that to me.
I like the waffle.
But what if I were to argue? What if I were to argue that as a citizen of the United States, that as an American, you are supposed to maintain arms?
Now is that
You're
Second Amendment?
Well,
Yes.
no. Look, the whole concept is what if I suggested that everyone in here needs to know how to use a fire extinguisher? You know, everyone goes, yeah.
I can totally get behind that.
Such that in the event of emergency,
Right.
anyone can do their job. They can lend their part. I would argue. I would argue that there are times when I've come across people and they'll say, well, I don't see why you need to own that. An AR type, a shotgun type. I don't see why you need to own that. I flip it right the fuck back on them, and I'll say, as an American, you're supposed to own these tools. Mm-hmm. You don't, right? I mean, that's what holds this whole thing together. Remember, you know, equal dispersion of arms. It keeps things together. You know, don't worry.
Together and peaceful.
I'll pick up your slack. Apparently,
You didn't see no lockdown camps like they had in Australia up in this motherfucker, did you?
that's. The fact that if you were playing chess, right? You have your, let's just say you have your, this is the whole point. First Amendment, Second Amendment, people were you know, you'll hear all sorts of shit when it comes to the Second Amendment. You'll hear, well, because the Constitution was drafted in this time, it was really about food and fucking food and hunting. Imagine if you were playing chess, right? And there's this area, this space of contention. I want it, you want it. The natural tendency is for man to fight over it. So which is more, your turn, my turn, which is more important? You want to move a particular piece there, your operative piece. But I know that if I move that operative piece to the square, it now becomes vulnerable. It will be taken. What do? You move your second piece, your auxiliary piece. You move your support piece into position to protect that space, such that when it arrives, it will remain safe. So I ask you, is the point,
Keep that peace.
which is more important? Your freedom of speech, religion, and your right, and everything that goes along with the remainder of all of it, or your ability to keep it from disappearing in the middle of the night? Which is more important, the water in the creek or the fucking bucket that you're actually going to keep it in? Mm-hmm. Arguably, the Second Amendment almost came first, and the idea they didn't know which should come first. Did you put the protection of it, all of it, as the first one, or do you put all of it and then the protection real close next to it?
I mean, for what I've heard before the Second Amendment was to bear arms so you could protect yourself from anybody and your own government.
Damn right.
What I just said about handgun. Imagine if we're all sitting there, especially her. Mm-hmm. Big 1911 type, nickel plated, 10 millimeter.
Guns. You just talking about the guns, girl.
The idea.
Guns.
No, I just put this
He just said a
awesome
whole
Delta
bunch.
Elite on her.
Yeah, he's talking about the gun that would suit her perfectly.
Listen, if you got any gun people that ever see this, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's a nice gun. That's a nice gun. Look, the gun on the hip makes you ask a little bit more, doesn't it? I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna force me? It makes us be reasonable, doesn't it? A little bit more. You gotta ask, don't you? The idea, the Second Amendment, you have one of these hanging over your fireplace. Mm-hmm. Anyone who would otherwise normally just feel easy enough with you to just kick in your front door, they gotta think about it maybe a little bit more. I mean, these people like Isaac, these law-abiding citizens like Ant, we can't just start kicking in doors. These people have guns. Americans have guns.
Lots and lots.
America wasn't invaded in World War II because the Japanese were fearing a gun behind every fucking blade of
That is
grass.
literally, I forget it was Hirohito or whatever. One of them said, they said, why didn't you invade the American mainland? And they said, because there would be a rifle behind every blade of grass. Yeah. Every year during hunting season, what is it, like 20 or 30 million dudes like me take to the woods. That is larger than the every standing army on the fucking globe of dip-spitting fucking hillbillies of every race, creed, color, and denomination. Trust me, I hunted with all of them. Take to the woods. $30 million, give or take.
Is that right?
Swear to God.
Is that right?
Like I'm saying, I mean like the Japanese fact.
Yes, I swear to God.
No,
Yeah.
so that's
It
really
was
what the,
it was the general tasked with planning. I don't know if it was
Planning an
Hirohito?
invasion or something.
Well, he was
No,
was
maybe it
tasked
was-
with planning an invasion after Pearl Harbor. He
You can look it up
basically
on
went
Google.
back to his people. It was like,
So
you're out of your
then-
fucking mind. These
wait a
people have
minute.
more guns than
Yeah.
it ain't gonna happen.
So if they were afraid of knocking on doors and shit like Red Dawn and everything. So actually that brings me up. Red Dawn was only a movie, right? Did it actually happen?
Have you ever been invaded by the...
No.
Okay.
I want him to say that again. I need to hear.
Can you look at the camera and ask that question,
do me a
please?
favor.
Did Red Dawn actually happen, or was that shit a movie?
It is not a documentary. I will...
Oh, thank God.
I was like, dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Before my time, I'm 98. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, God.
In 97, I don't know what
copy
the
of it?
fuck
Do you have a
happened.
copy of the real one?
Oh my God,
You know
yo,
what I'm saying?
check it out.
You are leaving here today, sir. Congratulations, you are winning a prize.
This is the greatest thing ever. I've been trying to figure out who the fuck to give this to for the last 12 years. Here's an original. I know it's a DVD. Man, oh man, you
There's
got
a
DVD
Patrick
player?
Swayze. Oh my God.
I know you guys don't like to watch movies.
I fucking love
watch
it.
Charlie Sheen up next. Fuck.
This is the
That's
original?
Yeah, that's
That's
the
the
real
original
one.
Red
Don't
Dawn
watch
on
the new one.
DVD.
Sucks. It's bullshit.
No, yeah, because I saw the new one with the younger kids.
Fucking
and everything.
bullshit. Bullshit.
They had to leave the black
Bullshit.
shit behind.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because they put a timer on them.
Yeah,
and
that shit
couldn't
never
figure
fucking
it out.
happens in real life.
Yo, watch that, man. That's
Was
my
this-
Generation
Wait,
X
you're
was.
giving this to me?
Yeah, easy.
Oh, thank you.
I combed the $1 bins at the.
Communist.
Yo.
That's what the fuck. What did the fucking
They
Russians
pulled up on a high school field.
You never seen
If you've never seen,
Wolverines.
when the Russians land, was it Russians or El Salvadorians?
Chinese or something?
No,
I don't know.
I thought it was
no, the
North
Russians and like the
I
El
thought it was North
Salvadorian guy.
Korea.
No, it's like fucking
that's
new
the
bullshit
remake.
because they don't want to fucking fuck with the Russians right now.
This is the original with Patrick Swayze.
It's definitely the Russians. It's
Bro,
fucking
see, I
shit.
told you I saw the remake. I didn't see the original.
You know what?
Watch that. That's
They
your
would
homework.
watch. They would watch the first opening scene when the paratroopers landed down on the thing and the principal. Bow!
Oh yeah, they don't care.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Patrick Swayze.
You know what I'm saying? But what's the cause?
God rest his blessed soul.
I didn't
Yes.
fucking know that. That's why. So they were smart.
God,
I don't want to say. I was gonna say bitch, but then I was like, you know what? It was smart. But then why Pearl Harbor, and not just
There are
just
so
grab every
many,
airplane
so
you
many
got, just airplane you
reasons why that went the way that it did.
I mean, I want to make it a World War II documentary. That's not what we're doing here. But
Yeah, right.
I just have a legit question.
Wait, so what is the
They want
very
they-
specifically?
they-
Was the question?
why did they attack Pearl Harbor
why-
and not come to the United States mainland? Because they wanted naval supremacy in the Pacific theater, and we had the first fleet out there.
Fair enough.
Plus, there's a whole bunch of other bullshit about who we are trading with and trade embargoes, and we shut off their fuel and everything else because they're an island and they're in supply. But it's not to get into a historical thing, but that's they wanted to do some damage to I believe it was the first fleet that was out there. And they were like, we got to get rid of some of these boats, otherwise, because they're an island nation. I mean, they basically had a big navy, and they wanted to be able to go and impose their will in a grander scheme. It's almost like the Second Amendment on steroids.
It is
like having an army.
That concept. Reason for there are only two ways to deal with a human being. On every level.
That's why I carry
On
a
every
carrier
level.
strike group everywhere I go. I have one in the Hudson River right now.
He said from being chill to dropping 2 bombs on a country. Yeah, no, that's the
Well,
next
once again,
level.
there you go. There you go. That's fucking force. Stop. We had beat the Germans at that point, and they were not going to stop. My grandfather, God rest his blessed soul, fought in the Pacific Theater. And those dudes were some determined people. They did not want to give up. They'd surrender. Shit was not in their DNA.
Listen, if they out there kamikaze, and what makes you think they gonna surrender?
But
You know what I mean?
we imposed force.
No.
Yes, two big ones. Two
that
big
came into play.
boys.
And then we
Two
got
big
Godzilla.
boys.
And then we got Godzilla.
And that shit happened.
That shit was
That
fun.
was a documentary, and that one.
No, I did. I saw the original. I saw the original like a few months ago. I was like,
Wait,
yeah, that's World War II.
black and white. You're talking
Yeah,
like
the
old-
original
Yo,
1954.
I love that shit.
I was
I
like
love that
ugly
kind of
as a motherfucker, but it was supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's World War II, man. Displaced everything and all that. Like making us try to give a shit like they didn't try to fuck us up and shit. Anyway. I don't know those Japanese people.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying?
this-
like,
He said, listen,
so-
they did what they did, we did what we did. They said sorry about giving us an anime.
See?
And
Facts.
hentai. But anyway, so you got that shit.
And sake and sushi. It's pretty good.
Facts.
Hibachi, not so much. That's kind of a gimmick.
Nice. Listen, so you're strapped right now, dog.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. Rick, you're not strapped right now.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Now, why not though?
Because it's a pain in my ass to carry the gun around, honestly.
You don't, because he had.
I do, like,
your boy
sometimes
Jason
I
had it in his hands.
carry. I mean, where I work, I'm not allowed to have a gun. I'm not allowed to carry a gun. No, this is a second job for me.
Got you.
I'm a maintenance man during the day, and then I come in here after school and fix guns.
Okay. So then you don't
In
care.
trade.
Yeah, Jason has it in his ass. Fucking, you don't carry, like, you don't do none of that.
Sand to a beach, man. I work on guns. Like, I'm swimming in them all the time. When I'm here, right? I mean, outside of right now, I have a gun in various state of deconstruction in my hands. It's sand to a beach for me.
All right.
I mean, if I go out somewhere, I'll carry if I feel like the need to. If but I generally have a gun close to me. It might not be on my person all the time.
Dying to fucking shoot one, man. I want to shoot a gun.
You on camera, you fuck.
What does that got to do with
That's all right. It's just a goddamn
Say it to the fucking.
I'm dying to fucking shoot a gun. What you talking about? What? Like, what's that got to do with anything?
Okay.
They're all, an addendum.
I want to hit targets. Like, nice.
Steel.
Okay.
You want the
Steel
ding of
target.
steel. You
So
want
ding! Facts. I want to know I hit the motherfucker.
There, you strapped right now, but you're not even concealed. It's just out in the open. When we
he's
saw
in his
you,
property.
my nigga, let me. The fuck.
My bad.
Yo, he's your Rick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fuck, Rick.
Morty.
That's all right. That's all right, Isaac. You and me. We don't have to
New
worry
York
about
State
these
is a
guys.
state of concealment. If you're carrying a handgun, you agree. You agree you agree that you will work as hard as possible to keep it concealed when out and about, public domain and all of that. Private property. Happen to be on private property right now, and a show of force. I mean, hey, why? Police stations don't get robbed. Why? Because everyone appears to be carrying a gun. Jesus. In the same way, how often do you hear about attempted gun store robberies?
Bad idea.
Death.
Super bad idea.
I was just about to ask Rick that because I'm like, bro, how would you feel right now if somebody comes in? Derek goes to take a shit or
He's
something.
way bigger than me. I will stand behind him like this.
He'll
be like this.
Is that son?
Yeah.
Isaac.
I'd help.
Isaac would
He said,
turn.
"Let me help."
Isaac would turn and he would bum rush as quickly and confidently as possible. He would look and he'd realize quickly, I'd better do something immediately.
You know what I mean?
My new friends Rick and Derek are depending on me.
You know what I mean?
To action, he would say.
You know what I mean? Be on. I hope somebody somewhere in the back helping too. You know. Right.
But yeah, no,
But-
I don't know. I'm not particularly paranoid about anybody coming in here and doing anything. People don't rob gun shops.
We pay attention. We pay attention for the possibility. On guard.
If everything was going crazy, like if the world was topsy turvy or something, I'd be probably carrying a rifle.
So let's organize this because we could go anywhere with
What's
this.
that? What's that pepper gel? You guys sell pepper spray?
Are you 21?
I'm 24.
18.
All right.
18
for pepper spray.
Yeah, I heard you need a permit for that. Is that facts?
What?
for pepper spray.
When?
Negative. There's a state form.
I see youngins with
fill out.
pepper spray.
Yeah.
For real.
And last I knew, New York state law made it such that you were supposed to get your pepper spray, purchase it from it was listed as an FFL holder or a pharmacy, or whatever that.
That's where I go
don't
for
know
all
if
my
something's-
pepper
I don't know if
spray,
anything's
CVS.
changed there.
But I'm gonna go for CV. I'm gonna go to fucking Walgreens to get me some defense objects.
Do they? I don't even know if they sell pepper spray. They don't sell
I
that.
don't
sell
really look for pepper
peppermint?
spray. I got a gun. I don't.
What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the
Binaka.
I would totally use that if I carry. That's not to steal a John Caparulo joke, but I'd be much more dangerous with pepper spray because I would use that shit.
You definitely going.
Be like, I said no pickles on my cheeseburger.
Private property. Private property is private property.
Okay.
I could mow my lawn whilst wearing my gun out loud. It's private property.
You can
This
sling a
pri-
rifle on your
this-
back on private property if you want to.
It's private property here.
You really can.
Listen, let's get into it, though, guys. We got that. We got safety out the way. We got all that out the way. Let's get into it right quick. What's your demographic in this store looking like?
Dude, it's everyone.
Who comes in and out of this motherfucker?
It's everyone.
All right.
Look at it this
A
way.
lot of black dudes own guns, if that's what you're asking about.
I mean, we can very much see that in the news.
No, I mean,
No,
not even
like
in
straight
the
up, like
news.
buying that shit fucking like legal, dude. Like,
I've been here a couple of times, seen some black folk in here, so it's like.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, I just want to.
So you see an Asian in here once in a while?
every so often.
Wait a minute. It's like the fucking United Nations in this place without the fucking
everybody,
headsets.
man.
Come on, man. No, dude. I want to express. Look, in the accumulation of wealth, right? After tier 1 human needs, you know. Ready? O2, H2O, C6H12O6. Right after tier 1,
What the fuck are you talking-
shut the fuck up. What your biology needs. Then comes, you know, Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and your tier 2. You're not talking safety and security. After you're fed and you have a shelter next to your fire. Fed, shelter, and fire.
I gotta protect my shelter.
Correct.
Fire
So
and
that's
all
how
that.
high up we're talking here. That's so high up that you've got everyone that comes in. Everyone that comes in. It doesn't matter how much money they're making. It doesn't matter their social status. It doesn't matter. All of them. All of them. The right to defend your life until the end it don't make a fucking difference how much money you make.
60,
Doesn't
70-year-old
matter
women come in here and buy these hell out of
Seriously.
guns and everything.
First time we was here, seen an old couple. I saw that fucking old lady pick up one of them shits right there.
Yeah.
Drove me. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
I was like, ooh.
Well, guys, what's funny, remember the half of the United States.
Forgot you like them grannies.
He's
Forgot about that.
all about
Listen to that laughing.
half the country know.
I do not want to see your search history, my friend.
The other half of the country, all they know is what they learned through Hollywood. And,
Right.
and your first time in a gun store, when you witness the reality of it all, you end up going, man, I was seriously wrong about that. Oh, fuck, I was wrong. That don't, oh my God. Again, shotguns, Glock's making cocking sounds on Law & Order. A Glock does nothing. A Glock makes this sound when it's getting ready to shoot.
Bang.
That's all it does, nothing. But you'll hear the cocking of a hammer. Right? Why? Because you got it signals to the audience and the viewer. Shit just got serious.
Suppressors,
Right?
it's another bullshit thing.
Bring it out,
Suppressors
bro.
don't do that
Bring it
shit.
out.
When you hear that sound, shit. Gun guys are. It must suck to be like the
Also-
girlfriend of a
also
gun guy
con-
because he's sitting there picking out all the bullshit. Don't do that. Don't do
Contrary to
that.
popular belief, that 5-shot revolver doesn't hold 300 rounds and fire fully automatic.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much. So back to one. I'm trying to help keep you on track. One half no. The other half, the more they expose, that fear. If there is any fear, it's based on that apprehension is based on not knowing. We fear what we don't know. That's what really scares people. We fear what we don't know, not what we do.
To answer your
That's
question with
human
like the
nature.
demographic of
Yeah.
people that
Yo,
go down to that
Jaws.
Walgreens down here that's
saw no
2
damn
miles away,
shark.
and the same group of people that go into a
Alien? You didn't
Walgreens
see
to
that
buy
fucking
anything
thing in the
are the same
dark.
people that come in here. You get everybody in here.
Everybody
old,
is the point.
black,
Everybody, black,
women,
Spanish, fucking Spanish
of
women,
Chinese.
old Spanish women.
Old Spanish, lesbian, redheaded, freckled, 6'2" Chinese dudes that live in Ireland.
Everybody.
That's a hell of a
Everybody
brand.
besides the disabled.
No, even disabled people. Fuck no, we don't discriminate, brother.
We bring shit to the
telling me
parking
you
lot.
wanna
There are
out
times
disabled
when
your house?
Yeah, it's easier to hide that fucking big shit.
when
in
you
a
say
fucking wheelchair.
disabled, what do you mean?
That's what I was
disabled,
saying.
man? You've gone from wheelchair
I'm
to
talking about-
paraplegic. Stephen Hawking.
I didn't see a
Yeah.
ramp outside, Buster.
We're
lift-
flush level with the ground, sir. No need for a ramp.
Yeah, you could open that door right there.
He's the fucking OSHA. Not OSHA.
I didn't see a ramp. ADH.
ADA compliance. ADA.
Yeah, Americans with Disabilities.
I didn't see no ramp.
I was like, I didn't see the fucking ramp. I was like,
No,
we're
Walter
disability
Ridge was the last guy. Too a good. Anyway, Jeez, I'm calling out people's names. I should not do that. Walter Rich is a great guy.
We do have guys in here come in. There's a couple customers in wheelchair. I mean, any kind of
No
mallet,
shortage of
anything, dude.
They're out there.
It is absolutely anybody. Like I said, go down to the closest freaking Walgreens or CVS or some shit, and the same people that you see in that CVS
True.
are going to be the same people that you see in here.
At least by way of appearance. Right? Mindset is a little different.
Right.
One half of the United States. When I say my hypothesis earlier about getting less speeding tickets, about less trips to the ER, I don't know how tattoos go, because tattoos and expression left and right, that could go either way. Probably more likely to go skydiving. Probably more likely to go scuba diving. What do all of these things have in common to this one side? It's a certain level of confidence and discipline, if you think about it, right? I know a lot of people, they won't skydive, they won't do it. I've never done it. I want to, desperately. But think about it. Imagine if you were in charge, and in the end, I don't know how that goes with your own gear. You're making sure you're not fucking up your own gear, because if you fuck up your own, the expression would be high-speed dirt.
Yeah.
So but there's a level of self-discipline and confidence.
Always.
Right? So, but back to those two demographics. One side, no. The other side, they come in and they get every once in a while they come in with questions that are enormous or that make for a chuckle. And you have jokes with them, and you kind of calm them down and be like, no,
Because
everybody.
I mean, listen.
Everybody.
The demographic, right? You hear a gun wearing hillbilly, you a hick, you a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You do that, and then when you hear gun, it's either that or nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And with nothing in between.
The nothing in between. You a white man protecting his home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
the one in between. But that
like the asshole in
Virginia.
Well, you better not come in here. You look like a miscreant.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But it's like But that's the middle that rarely gets shown, because A, it's not as entertaining, or B, it's like it's a little. I guess it's a little more truthful.
It depends. It depends on where you go. Now, I've been down in like Raleigh deer hunting. Okay. My uncle and I in Raleigh, yeah.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
My uncle and I were literally the only white people for probably 60 miles. Everybody down there has a gun. They're all going out hunting and everything. Fucking barbecue on Sunday because you're not allowed to hunt. Fucking awesome time with my Uncle Ernie's family down there. Fucking great. It's just a matter of where you go. If you go to a predominantly black community, you're going to find fucking predominantly black people, and they're going to enjoy the same constitutional rights and shit. They're going to be going about living their life just like everybody else in the fucking world does.
Fuck it up. Okay.
Consider additionally, with regards to why these gentlemen, why everyone wouldn't be exposed to it by way of, say, the likes of mainstream media and all that. Do you think that those that seek to disarm you want you to see just how normal it is?
Not at all.
So it will be the gangbanger, the meth head, as you put it, the nigga, as you put it. And on the other side,
that's some Joe Rogan shit right there. That's it. We're canceled. Fucking everybody hands up. Let's go.
And quote.
Cancel.
And fucking cancel. Yo, quote. What?
What? He's a fucking cum, man. Let's fucking do this, man.
What I mean, there's one extreme as being painted by people other than even that gentleman, that other than Caucasian gentleman, if you will. And then on the other side,
not Caucasian?
it's got to be Copenhagen chewing tobacco swilling.
I am
normal
Copenhagen
people,
chewing tobacco
professionals that sold you your car, whilst wearing very wispy and light polyester pants and carrying a PPSM2, something very slim. Girls that look like that, right? Going out, something slim and discreet, just whatever. It's like if it's easy enough, like a pocket knife, just to have on you, well, why not? I can't tell you the infinity number of people who come in and say, I'm not going to carry, I want to have one for my house and everything. And you're like, watch this. You give it 6 months and they're like, this shit is so easy. And so now they're looking at holsters and they're just keeping it on their person.
You can have people like me too. So, like when I bought my first gun, it was a 1911 like this. I was like, I need something smaller. And I religiously carried that motherfucker for like 6 months. I had that shit on the shower, like fucked up
right
shit.
here looks awesome. Man.
Oh, those are little 22 target pistols. Those are a hell of a good time.
Yo,
I know, I'm getting a little mesmerized.
Back-
I'm not gonna lie.
normal. Yo, watch this. Dutchess County. Look up population of Dutchess County real quick. Real quick.
Watch this.
Go to the go to the terminal.
We've got.
Don't make me.
That fucking thing is not even on.
Use his phone. Look at this. Hooked up to a power plant.
He's right though. His fucking phone is right here. We can do it first. Let's do it. Look at that.
294,218 as of 2019.
That is correct.
Boom.
That's what I was saying.
What if how many people do you think could be? What'd you say? 290.
About just shy of 300 grand.
300,000 people. 300,000 people.
Shite.
Fuck with that.
No, it's
Battery took shit.
battery.
Well, that's it. We're done here.
We still got what you call it, Mike.
I'm fucking afraid. I'm not afraid, but is this going the way?
Yeah, we go. We're chilling right now. The mic's still on.
You know, we could still hear.
This shit going all right.
Oh shit!
I would believe.
Derek, put your pants back on. They're putting another battery in the camera.
I would believe like 30-40% owns a gun out here in
Come on,
Dutchess.
let's all take off our shirts. Come on.
In all honesty, being around guns my whole life, like you'll see a lot of black dudes that are just like they're not really familiar with it because they didn't really like around here specifically. Like I said, you go down to freaking North Carolina, it's a different story. Awesome deer hunters down there and everything else like that, hunting pig and shit. If you're up here, like I live in Stanfordville, like immediately in my vicinity.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Just run it.
Like immediately, like where I live out in the sticks, maybe there's like 4 or 5 black families, like in my like little like neighborhood. I mean, it's like the houses are spread out and shit. So you don't really see like around here a lot of like black people in agricultural communities where they're gonna be let's go deer hunting or whatever the deal is, So proportionately, they own, I'd say maybe fewer guns than the average. But they come, they'll come in here, they'll get a hair up their ass, they want a gun, whatever. This pandemic has been a big thing where it's like, I gotta protect my house. Like you see soccer moms and shit that, and they're just like, that's it? Be like, yeah, dude, that's it. Welcome to the club.
I see your keys. What happened? I got my phone in there. Remember Maurice was supposed to be seeing me about some bullshit. I mean, it's already 8 something. He probably sick right now. Girl, let me be sick. We're working.
Who's this guy, Maurice?
This is another guy.
Nah, Maurice, I want to know why he cutting into my time. No, I'm just kidding.
So, yeah, no.
I was like, go get him.
Put Maurice on the phone.
In all honesty, like proportionately around here,
Yeah.
No, cause it's like, listen, man. The plan is to have. I want you and John Carlos. I mean, you can come too, Rick, if you want to. But
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like, how's you here? But it's fine that you're here.
It's been great.
Yeah, it's been alright.
The right message.
Yeah. But because I'm tired of just seeing people like me just shoot each other up. You know what I'm saying? And you look, and I get it. When you look at the news, all you do is see black people fucking around with each other. And then when it comes to guns and the Democrats, all you do is see, abolish guns, guns of this, guns of that. But it's never a conversation as to why. The situation, what's the situation going on? They want to put more restrictions. You was going off last time about facial recognition or background checks and all that shit, and like I don't even know that process. I don't even know background check. You can run a background check until they were fucking born. Mm-hmm. That doesn't. I mean, at the end of the day, that's not a resolution as to who they are currently today. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, anyway.
It doesn't necessarily put on display. Look, gun violence. What they want to call gun violence is simply violence. Right? It's gun violence, right?
Violence involved with guns.
Okay, but violence. How about violence with hammers and fists and drowning and pool and
Hammer violence. Fist violence.
We don't talk enough about hammer violence in this country.
No, violence is violence regardless of the tool.
Push down the stairs.
Push down the stairs.
Violence.
Choked out with a pillow. Poison in someone's meal.
Hit him with that Joker.
Seriously.
Hit him with that Arthur Fleck right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, man.
I would not mind at all to talk with John. I had a couple hours with him. It was good. You seemed like a thoughtful dude. Only had a couple hours with him.
Right.
You know.
Are you guys here now?
Yeah,
You travel around with the show, or
we go from wherever to
Wherever whoever wants to speak with us.
where are you out of now? You're in New York.
We here in PK.
we're low.
So it's not hard to hook up with you guys to take you out shooting or something like that. To be like, here, try it out, see what you think.
See, that's the thing, though.
So I don't know if you guys came from like Connecticut or fucking Philadelphia or so. I don't know.
No. See, you guys keep trying to take us out to the middle of the fucking woods with guns. How do we know some wild shit ain't gonna happen?
Yeah, no, let's bring him.
That fucking Pulp Fiction
You're purdy.
shit, guys. You know what I'm saying? He's like, whoa. Shh.
That's great.
It's okay.
See, now look, there's a natural thing happening here. Two armed dudes are bringing two unarmed dudes
Of
into
color.
the fucking...
Of color.
Why the color? How about this? I make you green. You be fucking blue. I don't give up. The point is, you got two dudes that are armed, bringing two unarmed dudes into the woods, and in the back of their head going, fuck, I wish I had a fucking gun.
Oh, they'd be like, yeah, they're gonna get.
Do you get what I mean? That's making the point. How beautifully made.
We're gonna bring.
Right?
It's just gonna be like, I got some nunchucks at house. I ain't going out with these motherfuckers.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Because, you know, it's like, because even if I don't have a gun, right, like we were talking earlier, I can have a rock, a
Because
stick,
that's
whatever.
I think that's a thing that keeps a lot of like black people kind of like, because a lot of these shops are not owned by black guys, right? So they come in here and they're kind of like they're thinking they're gonna be like, oh man, I gotta go into fucking Hillbilly Central now, and they're automatically, you know, kind of like thinking like, well, I'm gonna go in there and see this fucking Rube and try to buy a gun, and he's probably not gonna, you know, this, that, the other thing. He's gonna have his
That's
own
what media
premonitions
paints,
or whatever.
though.
No, he's right.
That's what they paint.
That's what the media
my
paints.
point is when
feel
you
me?
look at the customership of this place, it's fucking broad, man. I'm telling you, the guy that sold you your car, the teacher who's not carrying because she can't carry at school but shoots on the weekend. You know, the small business owners. I mean, business owners, you know, protecting property. It's everyone, man. It's your orthodontist. It's your did I say orthodontist?
Yeah.
It's your dentist.
Your doctor.
It's your doctor. It's you know, I'm not gonna start rattling names. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's your neighbor.
Literally, statistically, almost certainly, it is your neighbor.
We totally missed it. We missed it. So 300,000 people.
150,000 of them by mathematics.
How many active pistol permits in Dutchess County? 300,000 people. How many active pistol permits do you think there are?
At least 30-40%.
I tell you what. I'm gonna go 50 to
62.
62.
somewhere between maybe 55 and 70,000 permits.
Oh,
Do
just
that
people,
math.
Just people that own handguns. You don't need any
That's just
paperwork to buy that.
handgun.
70,000 out of 300,000.
That's not even half.
But that's just pistols. That's
just handgun carry permits.
You can buy
walk
that
down the street.
shotgun now. Like,
Yeah.
But hold on.
now we're close.
Seven
What the
times
fuck?
times 4 is 280. 1 and 4, somewhere between 4 and 5. What that precipitates is somewhere between 4 and 5 people you pass. One of them
statistically,
could
one of
be
us in here.
One of them could be carrying a gun.
Actually, not even statistically. One of us in here is carrying a gun. That's pretty much what it is. Now, I have a gun. I just happen to not be carrying one right now.
Right. But that doesn't mean, like you said, don't have a permit. So basically, what you're saying is like 2 in 5 people could have a permit, and then 1 in 5 could have the gun on them right now.
At least,
Well, there's another layer you've applied to that. I would just at least say.
I'm just going off.
I would at least say that the one is somewhere between 1 in 4 to 5 people. Right.
Right.
Yeah. If to use that 70,000 number, if you knock it down to the 65, whatever. 1 in 4 to 5 people you see. There goes 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, Oh, there goes the fourth person. Chances are you're going to come across a gun person. Someone could be carrying a gun. One person, count that out. Every 4.5 people go gun. See how many times in a day you say gun. And Dutchess County is renowned for being a well-armed. It's a well-armed county. You'll notice crime, as compared to other counties in New York and other locales and all of it. You'll notice Dutchess County is sort of it's tight. It's tight. Things are relatively chill.
It's just getting wild, man.
And that's getting wild
that's
all
in the
over
suburbs,
the place.
though.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
I mean, here. When you said Dutchess County, my bad. I'm thinking more Poughkeepsie. You know what I'm saying?
You're out here playing
It's just getting wilder in PK, man.
Cause like I said just yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Somebody just died on Guilford.
Yeah.
3-4 shots to the chest.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Tragedy. The
dude,
ironic tragedy of it.
What led to that?
Is that those
They doing
entities,
some fucking shit they shouldn't be doing with fucking with people you shouldn't be fucking with.
Facts.
Yo,
That ain't the gun.
That's funny.
I mean, it's the person. Yeah, it is the person.
You know, God bless them. You know, their family and everything. I'm sure is suffering. But they, you know, if you again with that whole Tony Montana shit we were talking before the camera was rolling. You go out and do gangster shit, and gangster shit's gonna fucking happen to you.
Fact.
That's the life that you're living. That's not anything to do with the gun. That's
your lifestyle.
whether you fucking fuck with Italians like me, they'll put you in fucking cement shoes and dump you off a boat or some shit. Is it a bag of concrete's fault that you're fucking drowning? No.
Not at all.
You're fucking with the wrong people.
I didn't like your sauce.
Dad, I told you I want a fucking bolognese, you fucking motherfucker.
The Italians are pretty specific about their sauce.
Sunday gravy. Fuck with me.
What's the difference between sauce and gravy?
You call it gravy. Call it fucking sauce. Ragu is...
Ricotta.
It's a ragu.
Like this.
Listen, you fucking kielbasi kind of fucking pull out my...
Ricotta.
Ragu is fucking sauce. It's gravy.
Yo. Tragedy.
Yeah.
Tragedy. Those who maintain the heaviest of influence over the inner city areas.
Oh,
They happen to be the same people that try and choke off your ability to carry a gun, keep a gun, right? The cities of the United States, hyper-progressivism, tightly liberal. I don't like that use of the word liberal. I like the progressive. But tight, you know, I don't say Democrat because this is bigger than Democrat and Republican. Those that seek to control you, seek to make sure that those are the areas where you don't have as much access to firearms. And they put it in your mind.
But being progressive is to move forward, correct? Yes?
Those motherfuckers are
yes.
playing for the same goddamn
Yes.
team. If you think there is a shit bit of difference between fucking Republicans and Democrats, you are fucked in your head.
Yeah.
One of them is offering you beer to get you drunk and fuck you. The other one is offering you wine to get you drunk and fuck you. Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, any of that bullshit, you are going to wake up with a fucking headache and a sore ass. They are playing for the same team and they got nothing fucking good for you in store. For you, for me, it doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck what we look like or what we make.
You sound like me when I was talking to him about him repping the Green Party. I'm like,
They don't fucking give a. They don't give a fuck. They want me to fucking. They want us to have fucking differences and divisions
Without
and
a
shit
doubt.
because if we're fucking friends and we understand each other's culture and community and things that are fucking
Say
important to each other and
unity.
shit. Damn right.
Fucking
But if they don't fucking if they don't have fucking people fucking wedging people apart and we're all together, right? Like you guys are here understanding us and shit. Great, man, fucking awesome. That's the bigger fucking thing. It's not about fucking political parties or affiliations. This is not fucking only Republicans have fucking guns. Democrats don't have guns. They don't need you. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
You need guns where exactly they're putting to you that you can't have them.
Even though it's all right.
Arm the law abiding within the inner cities, and you watch how.
Which is why we don't.
You watch how crime will dissipate.
That's why I don't fuck with the government. Real G
Government?
shit. Whoa. Don't
do this!
Nah, bro.
Don't do this!
Nah, bro, because real G shit, man.
Well, put to that
Motherfucker,
double
like you
barrel.
just said, there's people that's behind the scenes right now that wants to take away our guns.
And they're not necessarily even.
Well, not our guns, but take away our right to use them at least.
This is a nice gun.
What
What are the 2 rules?
Watch your finger and
Mind your muzzle.
mind the muzzle.
Mind your finger.
Don't shoot, you better point
that way.
Who the fuck you talking to?
Man, listen,
Oh, look at him. You put
See,
it.
he is.
Oh, did you just bang?
He just bought that.
Hey,
Yeah, no.
See, look, he put it.
We
that's
take
500
we
right
take
there.
American Express, Visa, MasterCard.
500.
I'll take a check. Did he just do that?
No, he didn't bang that.
No, it's all right. It's all right. You're all right.
We also will accept a Xerox copy of a third-party out-of-state starter check, just for
Everything except what? Little pieces of string and seashells.
pocket lint, seashells.
So y'all take Bitcoin.
Not yet.
That's a
great idea.
whole nother thing. That's a whole. That's,
No decentralized currency.
I was just talking about that the other night.
Non-fungible tokens.
What's it called? Oh shit.
Oh, NFTs.
NFT.
Yo, I am desperately trying to learn more about that.
That is
I
such a
will
fucking
offer
bullshit
money
It's
to
so
whoever.
bullshit, but people's making so much fucking money.
I
That
need
shit
to
is
know
just-
more
that
about
shit
this.
is gonna drop like
I'm not
a fucking
kidding.
lead balloon, bro.
I'm not kidding.
It's gonna drop, but you want to know what's crazy though? There's people doing this shit, like real shit. People could fucking.
Yes.
You could look at a
Yes.
whole picture
Yes.
of a fucking monkey.
Yes.
With some fucking
Yes.
with a Christmas hat
Yes.
on,
Yes.
holding one of
Yes.
these guns.
Yes. And they're getting paid.
$66,000.
Yo,
Me?
I'm
Straight up, Eminem brought a fucking monkey picture for $1 million. $1 million.
In all fairness, if I had Eminem's money, I'd be fucking spending it like that too. I'd be like, fucking, what's this? Million? Yeah, sure, fuck it.
$1 million for somebody that stood behind a fucking screen for what? An hour? 2? That's crazy. People's even fucking doing it with music.
Yo, I feel like just putting it out there. Yo, if anyone can come here and explain it to me like I'm a fucking 3-year-old.
You just did. You make some bullshit online and you own the.
That's not a definition. I want to know. I want to know. He's like, you make some bullshit online. You take a picture. You get paid. That's not a fucking explanation.
Hold on,
I want someone to actually,
Boom.
First of all, do you know what it stands for? NFT.
Non-fungible token.
Oh, okay.
No, boom.
That's good. All right.
First, say you made this.
I made it. It's a thing. I made
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
All right.
And it was online thing. You're just like, okay, I made this.
I made it.
I own this.
Yes.
This is mine.
Absolutely. Private
But
property.
anybody could buy this motherfucker. But even then, it'll still be mine. You just paid me just to hold on to something that I still own.
That is a fucking scam of all
What,
scams.
I don't. There's gotta be.
That is some
more.
fucking
That's-
scam bullshit. Whoever thought of that shit, fuck, what a smart motherfucker. That's why that bitch is getting paid. I'm fucking broke as shit.
So what? Hold on a sec. Ready? I'm gonna work from my side. I made this.
Yes.
Right. I made this.
Yes.
This is private.
Online. You made it online.
Oh, I didn't make it.
Doesn't even
real?
exist. No, doesn't even
It's
exist.
online.
It's a digital thing.
Digital.
So
That's
it's
a spirit.
so it is. It's a virtual entity.
Yes.
It's a
that
virtual.
you made.
Okay.
That you
Created.
own.
So, but I could sell.
You could
I could
sell
sell that. I could sell this virtual entity, and give away my
See
right
how
to
this
it
shit ran away,
as
YouTube?
property. But so
But it's
there's-
still yours.
see, that's the that I don't don't
Okay.
understand. That's like saying
you
It's
know
the
how
scam of all
I
scams.
give you
it's
this
the scam
gift,
of all
but yeah,
scams.
I'm going home with it.
Like how Eminem brought the picture. He has it on his Instagram or Twitter. I don't give a fuck. But basically, I could go on this picture. I could save that picture, and it'll be mine. You feel me? Without paying a dang thing. But there's digital numbers and like per se like licenses where it's like, this ain't yours. This belonged to Derek from here. You know what I'm saying? And he got paid
So-
this, and that.
Let's say I drew a nude photo of Rick.
Yes.
I drew it.
Yes.
Which
you
would
do
be
it.
very tasteful and worth a lot of money for NFT collectors.
Yes, I created it. Whatever.
What are you laughing?
And I made I made a portrait, right?
Yep.
And I sold it to
Online.
I sold it online to you. You said, "Oh God, look at that guy." Yeah.
So look at this sexy
Look-
beast.
look-
I'ma spend
Oh.
50K. Here you go.
50K.
That's
I
it?
gotta have some of that. So, I take this file, this format, this virtual entity, and I say, here you go, Isaac. Here you go. Here, have it. And once I do that, and there's this transaction, do I still have access to that entity? Do I still have that photo?
Yes,
do I still?
It's there. You can legit sell that one photo as many times as you want. But it's still yours. It's a scam. What he said.
So it's
Yes.
that is absolutely.
Fucking
I mean, what do you pay
bonkers.
for with what the fuck is he doing? Look at this.
He's showing off guns.
All right.
It's fucking bonkers. That's what it really is.
Motherfucker.
Every single one of these guns, we should.
$2 a round.
My ass.
I'm fixing to get out of here because I want to see my son before he goes to sleep.
That's fair. All right.
Derek, thank you, brother. Isaac,
We'll
thank
start
you
right
very
now,
much, my
man.
man.
Man, listen. I would love to.
We're gonna go out. We're gonna do some shooting.
For me, that's something I really want to do.
Yo, you gotta try fucking what's it called, dude? Sporting clays is the fucking greatest shit in the entire world. You get a fucking golf cart. It is literally like playing golf with a shotgun.
Nice.
I swear to God,
Nice.
not even fucking with you.
Nah, but that's what it is. Non-fungible token is basically some digital shit that you're able to sell. Say it's yours. You know what I'm saying?
Can we do this? I'm just
And
very
I
curious to
intend
see
to.
what a fucking naked picture of me is worth online.
Bang.
Because I'm estimating somewhere between $4 and $3.
People will pay you in cash, Bitcoin, don't matter.
All right.
As long as you feel me, you gotta
Hey,
get
thank you
that
very much,
money.
man, for the opportunity. It was fantastic, dude.
Of course, man. Nah, we like you coming. We like you staying. Usually don't like no new motherfuckers. For real? Oh, wait. You leaving too?
But no, I'm gonna stay right here. I just thought I'd.
I'm looking for my cigarettes is what I want before I leave. Can you take it easy, brother?
No, we got This is
Bye,
almost
YouTube.
2 hours. All right, bro. Appreciate you staying, man.
Not a problem, man. Thank you very much for having me. It was fantastic.
You might have
real.
to. You might have to clip this shit where you want it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I'll see
What's
you
your average length of
tomorrow about
Joe?
D.
Hour 30 to 2.
15.
Hour 30, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? I usually, if we go 2 hours,
Depends on the
we try to wrap
convo.
it up around 2 hours. So, 15 minutes, and then we gotta start really wrapping it up.
It's up to you, man.
Yeah, no. We could do more later. I mean, I don't want to get in a race like that until we get John on, with you, because that's definitely. I definitely want to get into that conversation.
Like
especially
I said,
with
it
our
could go
people.
anywhere.
And also, per se, you sold this non-fungible token to this person. I'm sorry.
No,
Like,
please.
Per se, you sold it to the person. Nobody could be able to sell it besides you at this still. Besides you, no one
Not
can really
not
sell
the
it.
current owner.
Nope.
Not the person that.
Nope, not at all.
I need. Well, that
Look
needs to
it
be
up.
explained to me.
Look it
Because
up.
if it's that ridiculous, I
It's
mean,
about
Seems
what?
like there are no rules.
It's about 6 fucking paragraphs of basically telling you it's your shit, you can sell it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't whoever, like anyone could, anyone could take this freaking digital picture. You know what I'm saying? But you got the license and it's yours. You know it's yours.
But it seems like this is.
But
this
it
is
could be
obviously
sold.
beyond pictures.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is.
It could be pictures. It could be music. Podcasts, audio, whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's digital and non-fungible, and it'll be yours.
fungible.
Non-fungible.
I'm not getting into that shit. I don't get
People won't be able to take your shit and be able to sell it. Only you can sell your shit. That's really what it is. And you can make as much money as you could sell it to some dummy that wants to fucking spend $1 million on a fucking monkey picture or like a portrait of that.
Because I got some good shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I got some good shit.
You can do it. You can fucking do it. For real. It's just damn near like Bitcoin without the mining. You know?
Without the miming.
For real.
You are, yeah. So do you feel like, I mean, do you feel like, you know what's funny is there's a way you present, and sometimes, you know, when you know, Rick and I, and or other entities in the shop, things get fired up, and you end up in these these conversations, these what ifs, and all of that. I mean, in the end, there is a most appropriate way to put all of this to someone that's fresh. You know, matters of first matters of motivation. What brings someone in here?
Right.
What brings them in here? Listening to what tool they're looking for. Being a believer in the cause makes it easy to accommodate.
For the record,
Yeah.
right? Rick's your boy. That's your guy. Because it's like people in the beginning, obviously, if they rode this long, they're gonna be like, when you was yelling at him earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all these guys that work in here, Jason and everybody else.
Well, they don't.
These are your guys, right?
I don't know. There are a lot of people that pass through, and just like anywhere, I mean,
work
film
like
down in New
under
York.
your employment.
No. You got mostly the people you're referring to. These are passerbys. A lot of times in the parking lot, just when you imagine a bar or a coffee shop or the reading section in Barnes and Noble or whatever. I mean, you have passer-throughs. You have people that end up a barber shop. Down a barber shop. You end up with a certain cast of characters that they pass through. They hang out. They don't necessarily speak for the establishment, but they end up involved in conversations and all that. And you got to kind of tailor and help form. Guys will you got to choose your words carefully if you're gonna you do this as a profession in New York.
I mean, that's how.
And there comes a point when things get too complicated, especially to those that they're brand new to it. And Rick is a very, very detailed gentleman.
Yeah, he seemed like he knew what he was talking about.
Love that about him. When I started yelling at him, there was between Rick and I. Oh, that's playful as shit.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
That's how I was looking at it. I thought it was funny.
Oh no, between Rick, that happens. Maybe that happens a lot.
Fuck up, Rick.
No,
I thought it was funny.
It's kind of like it's kind of like we're gonna teach you how to make bread, buddy. Mm-hmm. Right? You ever make bread? We're gonna teach you how to make bread. Oh, fucking bread, right? So you have. Then I go like this. There are all these different types of bread, you see, and you're just going, what the holy fucking bread and what the fuck? No, you need some basic components.
He said, "We got this white bread right here."
I like the prehistoric bread. I like rocks in my bread. I do. But what I'm saying is, like, you're gonna need eggs, you need flour, you're gonna need the basic components, and then it's about the mixture. You don't need no 9 fucking page chart about all the different breads of the world, and I'm like, holy crap, man. So what I'm saying is there are times when certain guys, they want to help. This is a very helpful demographic. Half of the United States, people want to jump in. They want to lend experience. The day you guys decide you want to go shooting, you'll notice everybody in the world, 1/2 of the United States, wants to actually help you. It's an interesting, weird thing where people are from other gun clubs and everything, and they notice something, a new person, and they're picking something up or getting a little bit of a tutorial, and they start asking about places to shoot. I can't tell you how many times people that I know, mostly people that I know, I've got bit the memory on me, but people will jump in and offer to you. I mean, they'll look for a whiff of vetting. They'll look to me and say, how are we thinking about these guys, whatever, but there will be no shortage of opportunities to shoot. It's a very helpful. I mean, these are your Boy Scouts. These are your turkey dinners. These are your turkey drives, your food drives. These are people that are involved in their community.
People that do everyday things.
And they're heavily involved in their community. Mm-hmm. So the day you guys actually want to, go shoot.
I want to do that tomorrow.
Well, it's supposed to snow. We're supposed to get a.
Hey, I don't want to hear it. I seen the video what you was doing.
What do you mean?
I seen the video what you doing out in the snow. Snow cold as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what weather it is.
Oh no, yeah, right. See, I could sell that. That's an NFT or some videos. Do you
Facts.
do videos?
Facts.
I could sell that, right?
Facts, you could.
What do you think I get for that?
A lot of money.
Thanks.
A lot of fucking money. Nah, real G shit.
Really?
Real G shit.
Let's do it. Make it happen. I'll give you 10%.
10%?
Finder's fee.
Okay.
We're talking some shit here. So that's a legitimate offer, man. 10% of a lot is.
You gotta
still a
find
lot.
somebody that wants to be able to be like, it's video. That's video.
Hell's the matter
For
with you?
real. It's what the hell's matter with people? People buying monkey pictures that anyone could just take and download.
Derek, before
Yes,
I
sir.
wrap this up, can I hold that shotgun right there?
Which shotgun?
It's on that second one right there. I've been eyeing. Yeah, that
This?
one. Yes. Guys, just touch that.
This is most technically and legally not a shotgun. We know it is a shotgun type. This is most technically an other firearm. So I don't need to do it all again. The action of the gun. There are two ways to unlock this action. And with a clearly unloaded gun, I'm going to show you one way. One way is to actually pull the trigger. The action will naturally unlock, and you can rack it. Bang,
You got that second
bang,
trigger.
bang, bang. This unlocks the trigger, the bang switch. Now let's just say that you have a full magazine. This is your magazine. You have a full magazine, and you've put one in the chamber. You affect your safety as you see fit. Push forward. Red is dead. Red is danger. But let's just say buddy comes over. He's actually been thinking about getting one himself. You wouldn't think anything if you knew enough about it, and you have to be disciplined. You have to know what you know and know what you don't. You know, this is not the kind of tool you fuck around with. Nor do you fuck around with a circular saw if you've never used one of those either. You fucking put a huge cut in your anyway. Yeah, dude. The other way so one way to unlock the action is to simply pull the trigger. Bang, right? Bang. You unlock it. The other way, there's another lever right here.
That's always the second trigger
This,
thingy.
with the middle finger. So this gun is clearly unloaded. Clearly unloaded. Mind your muzzle. Mind your finger. Right on.
Right.
Are you lefty or righty?
Left.
Yeah. That's next to a handgun. I noticed that you got your finger right in that trigger well. Get used to, if I may, get used to running your finger. Hold the thing. Yeah, run your finger right up along here. That should feel pretty natural. But this is a closer quarter. This is a defensive gun. You know?
So I gotta have somebody right here, right in front of me.
I mean, it's not preferred, but you know.
You know, obviously,
the event
obviously, you know
thereof?
what I mean? Yeah.
If you want, we know this gun is unloaded. Feel free to throw the forend forward. Notice the action is now locked.
Yes.
Is the safety off? Push forward on the safety. Do you see red?
Yes.
Red means
It's dead.
the trigger is hot, so we know the gun's unloaded. Why don't you pull the trigger? And then rack it like you mean it. Whenever you manipulate a pump shotgun, you manhandle the thing. You rack that thing. You don't pussyfoot it.
Like you mean it.
Yeah.
Alright, bro.
Bitch.
Yeah!
See, this is what I was talking about with Rick. This is the kind of stuff you seek to go like this. Yeah, calm down, buddy. Be like, bitch, mother, you start swearing and cursing. Yeah.
I'm all right.
You look all right.
I'm all right. I say no.
You know what you see that sound you're doing right there? Do it again. What you do is you take that sound, you isolate it. You got it on your thing right now, and then you just isolate that sound. You now have a viable shotgun sound for everything else you do in your creative world. You need the sound of a Mossberg. You've got it perfect.
Hold on.
Yep.
One more time.
There you go.
Yeah!
Hold on.
That is the internationally renowned signaling that you're in the wrong fucking house.
Facts.
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows that sound. This thing right here, Homie Rick
Can you
said
put that on camera? You said.
Well, I'm most technically not transferring possession to you. We'll probably wrap it up quick. I mean, in New York State, you need a pistol permit. It's a fact.
You told me about. That's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right. Right. Quick before we end this, can you disassemble and reassemble a gun for us, or no? Just,
handgun?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, handgun.
Just do that right quick and then we'll wrap this up.
I want to see it. Hold on, bring the camera up front so they can see this shit.
Well,
We just want to see this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Bro.
Like what do you want? Like Jet Li style or something? Or I don't understand.
Right, hold on.
It's nice.
Well, I mean, you would
How
take.
quick can you do it?
Well, a Glock. I mean, obviously, first thing you do, you check to make sure it's unloaded, right? You need to depress the trigger on a Glock. You come back. You got two levers. Grab those levers. You end up going like this.
Ow.
Right? You're swinging them down.
Yeah.
While those levers are down, you shuttle the gun forward.
Shuttle forward. Oh, that shit's out.
So, I mean, a Glock is renowned for being simple. It's kind of the AK of handguns.
AKs are simple.
AKs are
correct.
mostly known.
Well, the idea.
Russians said, "Y'all shoot this, we're gonna shoot with steel."
Right.
Steel bullets.
Right. An AK. Really? What's going on down now?
Oh snap! Technical difficulties.
What is that?
Oh Jeebus.
Oh Jeebus.
Good thing we got to check in the inventory.
Yeah, good point. Anyway.
There we go.
Holy fuck. Empty. Close. Knock it down. Right. A lot of Glock really they simplified things. Glocks are pretty not the hardest thing ever. Right, here's big P320s.
That's Bonnie and that's Clyde.
320 kind of following suit. It's from SIG. They're simple.
What's that?
Come the fuck on, man. It's just gonna happen now, right?
Set pressure on the camera. A
Nah.
little bit of pressure.
Jesus.
Beautiful.
92s are easy. 1911 is really like when people say the 45. I want to get me a 45.
A full 5.
Yeah.
A full 5th.
Springfield. Springfields are tight. Oh, what the hell. This is the classic. 45 ACP is the Lord intended, single action only.
That's the Lord intended.
Yeah. That's what God meant for you to carry. Clearly. Yeah. Unloaded. These, I like to just take a little edge. So why the fascination with the loading and unloading?
No, it's just
Or the disassembly, really?
it's interesting.
You know, people make ASMRs doing this.
Yes. Yeah, I actually seen that one time. A dude was going through all the guns and was it not Black Ops, but well, I forget. I think World at War, and he was just like pulling out every gun, loading it, unloading it. Shit was crazy. Or Black Ops 2, I think.
I'm talking about real guns. I'm talking about dudes freaking
have their hands just like you see his joints, but like they have it near the microphone and.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Had every gun in World at War. It was called
real guns.
Yeah, real guns. Yeah.
Okay.
A dude had actual every gun from World at War. Yes.
Okay.
World
That's
at War.
hard.
Yeah.
World at War is a good Call of Duty game.
Yeah. Every gun in there, every Russian gun, and he was actually unloading and reloading the shit. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to see it because you know it's just like
lock up. This is not going well.
Wow.
That's why I should have bought a Colt. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is part of it though, gun maintenance.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Absolutely.
Because then when you take it apart, it really makes you think like this is the shit that could put a hole in somebody.
Somebody made this.
But you're not really. Let me put that down a little thing there.
I'd call that one Rosie.
Rosie.
That one right there.
That gun would go nice with her outfit.
I think so. Max.
It'd be nice.
I think so.
Yeah. But there are only like 4, 5, 6 different takedowns, really.
Just do one revolver and then we'll call it.
What? One revolver?
What is this though?
What do you do with a revolver?
What is
How you
this?
disassemble?
You really don't. A revolver. A revolver, you clean. I want to know what that thing is. A revolver, you clean what you can get to. You know, I mean, when it comes to cleaning and maintenance, the way of, generally speaking, you know, in all of handgun, you've got revolver, you've got auto, and what they mean is auto feeding. A revolver, mechanically speaking, is going to be the most simple thing out there. An auto requires that you know a little bit more about it. You got more moving parts. Something could go wrong. You got to know what to do in the event of malfunction. In order for a revolver not to work, I mean, something has to break, or the occasional 1 in 15,000 dud round or something like that. A revolver, you would push forward. Right, you'd push forward, you'd open the cylinder, easy to unload, easy to load, close it, roll it back up.
That's it, there's no detaching it or nothing, it's just
that's
a full...
it. And as far as cleaning, you clean what you can get to on a revolver.
So you're telling me you can't detach this one either, right here?
What? That's an auto.
SW22?
Yeah, that's like a little 22 target gun. That's a 22 target gun.
Looks nice.
Alright. I think we're good. I think we're good
that
today.
Worked for you?
Yeah, no, that was excellent.
That went all over the map.
Alright. Derek.
Yeah, man.
Let them know where they can find you, where they can find your store.
Well, we're on 44. This is technically 44.
Yeah.
We're right on the Poughkeepsie Pleasant Valley town line on 44. Believers in the cause. There are more of us than you think.
He's a believer in the cause, y'all. Real G shit. Buy your piece to keep the peace. You know what I mean?
I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
Motherfucking we here. My boy Ed Smash. Ike Stay High Dixon. And my boy Derek. You know? Best gun on them motherfucking 845. Feel me? You stay up. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that fucking notification bell. I'm tired of hitting y'all up just so your motherfuckers, y'all looking at the joints, you know that I'm sending y'all. You know, hit the bell so y'all know what's up. You feel me? Where's my gun?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. Take care. We'll see y'all next time.